There we go.
Boom. Welcome back to the Fantasy Football Card Quest, everybody. Andy here with a guest tonight for the draft. What's up, Luke?
Not too much. Thank you so much for having me. Excited to draft and talk some sports cards.
Yeah, man. You drinking anything special over there?
Not yet. I just have some Gatorade Zero, but we might have to dive into a little something extra. We'll see how late this one goes, like some of the other ones have.
Yeah. We may have to keep this one to a 2-hour limit because I'm
sure.
already 2 beers in. So you're gonna have to do a little catching up, Luke, and once you get started. We still got 2 spots open in the draft. What's up, Mitch Bruggers in the house? JJ Bama. Oh, he said hi, Draftling. I thought you were already in. David Hunter, ready to dig in? Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't want to forget my catchphrase. Let's dig in. So, Luke, you were just at the National, right?
I was. I only spent one day there. It was just there Saturday.
But Saturday is probably the biggest day, I would imagine.
It was. There was a ton of people there, vendors, consignment shops, people buying different things. So it was kind of a zoo. Did a little bit of everything. Is there anything in specific you'd like me to go into related to cards?
Yeah. So what was the atmosphere like towards investing in flipping skill position players, NFL skill position players?
It's something I would often go up to people and ask if they had any, and everyone has Mahomes and they got Burrow, the likely bunch. Not a lot of skill position players. There were some in dollar boxes. I picked up a ton of optic rated rookies, different Prism cards, but it was mostly just quarterbacks. There was not a lot of hype on the stuff that we're interested in buying.
Really? So does that mean that there was like deals? Like you were finding cards that were
might have
really good deals and stuff?
Yeah, so the dollar boxes were unfortunately pretty picked over by Saturday.
Okay.
So I got a bunch of Darianson Evans rookie cards as a handcuff if I'm absolutely blanking on his name. Derrick Henry gets hurt. And I got a ton of Tyler Johnson. I think I'm from Minnesota, so I'm bullish on him being a gopher and whatnot. So I think he could break out. I think he could break out for the Bucks in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he's super cheap right now too.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? We've got 1 spot left and it's saying waiting. So we went live a few minutes early so we could really just get going here, getting warmed up, guys. Cheers to you. I've actually found this beer was a couple weeks ago, Luke. This beer is incredible. This Postcard Pils. It's a Pilsner. Fantastic beer. But where are you based out of, Luke?
I am based out of the Twin Cities, a suburb up here. It's no one's probably familiar with the town of Hopkins, but that's where I live.
Do you have roots there?
No, I've moved around a ton. I used to live in Jacksonville. I lived in upstate New York, Wisconsin, and now I'm here. So
wow. So when you lived in Jacksonville, that's how you became a Jacksonville fan, because that's your favorite team, right? That's your team, right?
Yeah, by far. I was there when I was there.
You see the Trevor Lord, dude? I didn't even realize you had to put. Check it out, y'all.
It's one of my favorite shirts that I have. But yeah, when I was like 5 or 6, we had season tickets because they were pretty much giving them away because they were so bad. And we kind of fell in love as a family and have been pretty miserable other than 2017. But now there's some hope in the air.
Yeah, hope in the air. That's good stuff. I'm excited. I've been hearing a ton of good reports from Travis Etienne. Like nobody can cover him. He's unstoppable in training camp. You guys got picked up Marvin Jones. The receiving core now with DJ Chark and Marvin Jones and Laviska Shenault. And then you got Colin Johnson, who is another big dude back there. Tim Tebow. Is he going to play? Is he going to make the team?
I have no idea. I think he will play in 2 to 3 games, but I don't think he's going to make the team. That's my cop-out answer. I think he will play at some point, pending injury. I have no idea what the tight end spot is so weak on that team. From a fantasy perspective, I don't know what's going to happen with wide receivers. Marvin Jones will run down the field. If Laviska stays healthy, I think he could have a good year. But I think Chark got hurt today. The wide receiver position on that team is exciting but from a fantasy and investing perspective, kind of worries me.
Yeah, just from like a make the playoffs, win probability kind of thing, and kind of going towards that Hall of Fame trajectory.
Right. I have no idea what's going to happen with that team this year. I predict 9-8, but we'll see what happens.
9-8. Okay. All right.
T-Voto Lawrence, JJ Bama.
So yeah. So JJ Bama's got a great question here about Joe Burrow. Have you heard the reports of him in training camp? He's been throwing like 3 interceptions a day.
Like, I thought I was going to say,
throwing the ball over. And I'm like, I was telling my buddy Carter, who runs Power Hour LSU, is like the biggest LSU channel. And I was telling him, I was like, I think that's a good thing because he's going to get all these bad plays out of his system, and so when he steps on the field, when it's pressure time, it's limelight time, he's ready to go and he executes. I don't know. I think Joe Burrow's clutch. So I feel like he doesn't have enough pressure on him right now in training camp. And so he's kind of like getting all the bad stuff out of the way. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a team there's a lot of young guys, a lot of people have things to prove. Maybe the defense is trying a little bit harder in that camp based on other ones. I'm not an expert on the Bengals, but I'm not concerned about Joe Burrow long-term. It'll be a great time to buy him. But to your point, everyone in here should be following a beat reporter from every team to get an extra leg up on sports cards or fantasy.
Those beat reporters, man. You got to be careful, man. Some of those guys are hype machines.
Yeah. You need to follow multiple and do your diligence on which ones to follow.
What's up, Michael Ham in the house? We got JJ Bama. We got a full house. We got Mitch Bruggers, which that's one of your buddies, right?
Yeah, it is.
Do you so is Mitch a guy that you hang out with in real life? Like, I know this is real life, but I mean like in person.
Oh yeah, we were on kick. We went to college together. He's in my wedding in a couple months. We normally golf together a couple times a week. So, Bruggs, thank you so much for being here.
Your wedding?
Yeah.
Wow, congrats, man.
Thank you.
Congrats. That's good stuff, dude. That is good stuff. Well, we've got one. This is fun. So you did a draft with us last week, right?
Mm-hmm. My first ever underdog draft. I had no idea what was going on. I was just
how many different season long leagues do you normally do?
I just do one. I have a dynasty, and then I have one season long. Bruggs is in it. It's for a little bit of money, and I just focus on that one. Put all my effort into that single league, pretty much.
I got you. That makes sense. I'm doing one with some really sharp fantasy dudes this year. Like, so we've got like some really good fantasy players in our draft tonight. We've got Filthy Collector, who he's an Eagles fan, but don't let him fool you. He's good at fantasy football. We've got Batmax. So Batmax is from this new league, season-long league I'm doing with Lenny, who's Trop 20 right here. They're both. Well, I know Trop 20. Lenny, he's part of the Bills Buffalo Mania. No, Bills Mafia. Bills Mafia. That's what I'm looking for. And he's been playing fantasy football for like 20 years. Like back when they had to, go up to the corner store and get, talk to the guy behind the counter to get their points for that week because he was the commissioner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just messing with him, but he's a good dude. But those guys, I mean, it's $100 league. So I don't know what the entry fee is for your league, but $100 is a lot for me for one season long league with all the different possibilities that could go wrong, on a fantasy team. So it's very competitive, needless to say.
Is there any sort of punishment for the loser at all?
I don't know, man, but I hope not, because then I signed up without knowing what the punishment was, dude. I hope it's not a tattoo somewhere or,
Yeah, we do $250, which is probably a little unhealthy and a little bit too much money. But the winner gets $2,000 and a giant WWE belt. So I won it 2 years ago, and I legitimately bought a sectional.
Wow, man! So what was the what year did you win?
I won 2 years ago. I had Kelsey and the Patriots defense when the Patriots defense would score like 30 points a game.
Oh, okay.
So there's some asterisks to it. I didn't have a very good team, but I got a lot of really close wins, and then I got lucky in the playoffs.
Hey, yeah, when it comes down to the playoffs in fantasy football, so it's better to be lucky than good,
Yeah.
Oh man, the decision. So how are you when it comes to game day, like on Sunday at 12:30? Are you switching guys back and forth on your roster, or are you locked in by that time?
So last year, my team was terrible. It was pretty much locked in. I would just accept defeat. But I try to make the decision the night before, but I'm looking at Twitter up until the moment. I haven't made too bad of a mistake in the last couple of years, but those could be famous last words.
So, yeah,
I don't filter too much coming down.
I'm curious because you shared a card with me, so I know a specific alpha dominant player that you're definitely bullish on from an investment standpoint, and I imagine from a fantasy standpoint, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to say his name because you might be trying to pick him at the end of the first, and everybody, we're just gonna snipe you. We're just gonna snipe you. You're just gonna be dead in the water. But
he'll probably still be there. Yeah.
We're still waiting on one person. Come on.
Divided by 12. I try to get that player every year.
Really?
Yeah. He's the one teaser I'll drop is he drops like every third ball thrown to him, but he gets a bazillion balls thrown his way.
So he's a 2019 rookie, right?
I think so.
2019 rookie. Well, I remember the card you showed me was a 2019 Prism, right? It was a PSA 10, I think. So
I think it was a 9.
It was a 9. Yeah, but right value. I mean, we talk about gym rates and the fact that it's slabbed up already. Did you pick that up off of eBay or?
Yeah, it was an impulse buy off of eBay. I was like reading up all about him, having a great day in camp, and I was like, I got to get one right now. I'm excited for him. I'm excited to make moves in week 1 or 2. I know you've been posting a lot of like your star stock data and when you're selling them. I think after week 1, there could be a good chance to buy some players that flash or have terrible week 1s, and then load up down the season. The one card I'm targeting right now is, where did he go? Is the Tyreek Hill 2016 optic base, pop count of 132, PSA 10s going for like 140, and it dipped 10% in the last week. PWCC auctioned off like 3 of them, and it drove the price down. So that's what I'm looking at.
Interesting. So, yeah. I guess while we're waiting for one person to fill in the league, which I'm sure we got like 20 people watching us right now, so I'm sure one person will hop in pretty soon. We'll get this thing kicked off. But elaborate a little bit to me your process, and then I'm curious about your process of comparing, like finding out what a card's worth when you're doing research on a player. And for example, it's a 2019 rookie, so you're thinking 2019 Prism. Is that what you're thinking right off the bat? Like you want to go to?
Depends on the value, and it depends on who the customer is that I'm trying to then sell it to. If it's 2019, 2018, I'm fine with Prism. I don't mind doing it depends on the value. If it's like a $50 and under card, I don't mind getting a 9 or just the raw card and trying to sell it back to someone new to the space if it's at the right price. So like 2 months ago for me, it was how many Sam Darnold PSA 9s can I get for like $40? And I'm going to sell it on hype right now to someone that might want to jump into it. If it's a little bit more expensive, I'll check Card Ladder or Market Movers and get some more data. eBay, okay. I'll look at those places. But I really like to do the $50 and under cards, or I'm trying to get all the parallels for J.K. Dobbins. I'm really excited for him this year. It's probably the biggest bet I have in terms of a player.
Well, so look, you just answered Ono's question, and I didn't even have to ask you. You're like reading my mind here. I was just popped up that question, and you're like already talking about J.K. Dobbins.
Oh yeah. Swift. That's funny. David Hunter says that about Swift. A lot of interest. A lot of the fantasy football guys on TikTok and YouTube are worried about him. I haven't done enough research on the Lions' backfield situation, but
Well, the thing is, we're just like almost guaranteed he's going to split time
right.
with Jamal Williams, and then Detroit is likely going to be in a negative game script scenario,
Mhm.
which is going to mean they're going to be passing the ball a lot more, and just don't know, But I do know that the Lions improved their defense, and they want to play a ground and pound, like
They want to run.
grind out the first downs and then play hard defense. That's the kind of football they want to play.
I have a offensive line ranking up to the right of me. The Lions are 8th.
Yeah, they made big improvements in the draft in their O line.
But running back is tough. I just bought a McCaffrey card yesterday for the right price. I tend to stay away from running backs other than Dobbins. I think Dobbins is going to have a great year.
All right, we full, y'all.
All
All
right.
right, so you're the 1.1 pick, Luke. Check that
1.1.
out, man. Like, I swear, it's not rigged or nothing, guys. It's random. Unless Underdog is like, oh, they know he's got a guess. We're going to give it to him.
All right, Christian McCaffrey, you're mine.
Nice. Yeah, no brainer, right?
I think it's
You're not worried about him at all, or workload, or
I'm worried about him getting hurt, but I feel like you have to take him.
I dig it. Yeah. There's a huge part of me that says that, and then I'm like, yeah, but Dalvin Cook. But I guess you could really pick any of those 5 guys. The top there could end up the RB1 for the year. I'll say, where's my pick? I'm at 1.7. I'm least bullish out of those 5 guys on Alvin Kamara and Ezekiel Elliott. Just because if Taysom Hill is going to be the quarterback, like the weeks that Taysom Hill started as QB while Drew Brees was injured last year were bad weeks for Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, did you see Jameis Winston running through the dummies at practice today?
No, I didn't. What happened?
He was trying to run through like the tackling dummies, and he was rumbling through, and he got hit by one of them and knocked him back, like someone that wasn't. It was hilarious. It's all over Twitter if you type.
I'll have to check that out.
Jameis Winston.
That is hilarious.
I hope he's the starter. He's just hilarious. Eat the W. I mean, you've watched him in Tampa, and all.
Oh yeah, man. But he's entertaining because he's very flamboyant, very dramatic. Pull up the draft board here. Yeah. Trout's on the clock. I might have to text Lenny. We drafting. He probably got sidetracked because we didn't start at 9. Let's see, dude. Yeah, so one thing I love about this 30-second pick, so it's action-packed. It goes pretty quick. And it's basically like a paid mock draft. So this is going to be really good for you to sharpen up your skills, get ready for your championship season-long league.
Yeah, I have the 9th pick in that, so I'm going to be watching who gets drafted in that spot.
The 12-man league?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's awesome. Is there any special rules to it? Any special scoring rules or anything like that?
I have no idea. We normally make a couple different rules each year. Last year we had a couple games come down to like kickers missing extra points. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if we're taking that scoring out, but defense and kicker scoring are up for debate right now. I don't really enter those conversations. We'll just play by whatever rules we have.
I got you.
We are the most fun part for our league is the punishment. We've had a guy have to do comedy club. We've had a guy have to do drums at a state fair and try to raise money. And the one for this year that I want to do is the loser has to coach a t-ball team in the next spring. But we'll see what happens.
Loser has to coach a t-ball team next spring. Just like go volunteer, sign up. Doesn't matter which team. You have no kids on the team or anything like that.
Yep, you just got to volunteer and be a t-ball coach.
Man, dude, that's pretty serious punishment. Like that's like community service for 6 months or something, 3 months.
Ridley. Who's Ridley going to take in the 8 spot? First wide receiver.
Oh, Ridley 18. That's Shelly.
Mm-hmm.
She's look how much Devontae Adams has climbed in the rankings since the Rodgers news.
Yeah.
And so you're obviously staying on top of all the instant updates and news releases. Are you have any of these recent ones, like the Green Bay one or the Michael Thomas one, or any like that? Are you trying to go snipe some cards, or are you more like take your time, really think it out, like and
Yeah, I'm taking my
pick your
time.
investments carefully?
I don't have a huge bankroll for some of the cards, so everything's pretty calculated. My method right now, unfortunately, isn't like strictly football cards. I've been doing if an injured baseball player gets hurt that comes back and hits bombs, if his card drops 50%, I'll buy him and then flip him right away.
Mm.
But definitely been I've had my guys for football for a while now. I've done Darnold and some other guys that I've just been loading up on. So I feel like my prep is done for football, but there's always more work to be done on the quest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always more work to be done. Where are you in the Card Quest Investor Championship, aren't you?
I'm in 9th, yeah.
I have to pull you up. I think that a good, I don't know if it's a good portion of why prices on a lot of guys, like elite guys, either stayed the same or maybe went down a little bit, or it wasn't much move, is because I took the prices on the, as the national is
Yeah.
ending. And I mean, we all clearly got some incredible snipes over the course of the national on, from eBay.
Mm-hmm. I felt like I had some snipes at the show, and when I'd see a big deal go down, I'd go ask if they'd do like 2 cards that were $140 for like 90, and they'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever, don't care, because they just made a ton. But there's been normally like 4,000 to 5,000 sales each week on market movers per last 7 days, and after the week of the national, it was like 1,200. It dipped a ton.
Really? You guys hear that? That's incredible, man. That's a nice little nugget there, because I mean, this just makes it so obvious,
Yeah, there's so much. So let me pull it up.
And this is football cards only, or just all eBay sales for sports
This
cards?
was just all. I'm going to type in football right now, though. In the last 7 days, yeah, it's not many.
So is Market Movers one of your go-to platform, your favorite platform? I know you mentioned Card Ladder, you mentioned a couple other ones as well.
Yeah, all the top. There has been like 1,000 sales, just not that, and they're all like the draft pick cards.
Yeah, it's because new product, man.
It just makes me sick.
Makes you sick.
Like Travis Etienne had a good day in camp, like you said, and his card price, his like Prism draft pick silver card went up in value 300%. It's like whoever's buying that is just throwing money away.
Well, but yeah, and I get it, but I also think that if you buy them right now and then immediately resell them
Yes,
because I got to be honest with you, dude, these
agree.
2021 the cards coming out of 2021 Chronicles are the best college cards I've ever seen. I kid you not, man, because they made them look like the 2018 Optic, and they made them look like the 2020 Field Level. It's incredible.
No, I agree. I'm too biased on the rookie cards with when seeing them just go up in value with the draft picks and the college jerseys. I feel like people that don't know what they're doing are losing money, but there's definitely a play if the person you're buying it from ships it right away.
Yeah, if you're not quick enough, you're definitely going to lose money. If you think you can sit on that 2021 brand new product for a couple months to see how this guy does during the season and stuff like that, trying to play that kind of play, then I don't think that's the way to go. Or even get a lot of them graded, unless it's Trevor Lawrence and
Right.
short print, or some of the other QBs, or even ETN. But it's got to be short print for me at that point. And they've got to have a college career that's impressive enough and just almost legendary. Or you guys be a big college football fan. I mean, that could change one day. But I mean, like if you were Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, these guys from the 2019 LSU team, there's a lot of collectability in that card.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Marcus Mariota from 2015 Oregon Ducks, or Jameis Winston from 2015 FSU. I think there's a lot of collectability in those cards. I think you could invest in those.
I definitely agree, and especially to your point of the fan bases. Like Trevor Lawrence, I think there's room. I'm biased, but you could get that rookie card, or not the down. It's not called the downtown. I think it's called on campus. I mean, that card's going to be good. ETN had a good career. Justin Herbert, Oregon, big fan bases of college. Even like Patrick Mahomes with Texas Tech. People are fascinated with that team. But like a Badger or a Gopher, that's just not going to compare to the other large market.
Yeah, Texas is a big football state, and that they do have like when I think of Texas, I think of Texas Tech, or I think of the Longhorns.
Mm-hmm. Even high school,
or I think of Texas A&M.
On-campus cards are sick.
Oh yeah, dude! I saw one of our guys, Scott from Top's Choice Bowl. I'm just like closing out all my windows.
They are building a Lamar statue at Louisville. That is good food for thought. Yeah.
I'm glad you're watching the comments, dude. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not even watching the comments. But it's all right. I got Luke here. Luke is watching the comments. He's going to make sure that we don't miss any of you guys' questions or fire comments here.
Never done this before. I'm a little rusty, but thanks for bearing with me.
Oh, no, man. It's all good. We got, dude, everybody in our community. We got the best community on the internet. I mean, these guys are awesome. It's really laid back. We just have fun, man. I'm on the clock. I'm on the clock.
You're on the clock.
I got Nick Chubb and Calvin Ridley. I'm seeing a lot of dude, DeAndre Swift is still there. Yeah. Wow, almost have to take him. I have to take him this is the third round coming back. I'm on it. Mahomes is still there. Mahomes is about to go. Who's gonna take him?
Andy's only 2 beers in right now, too. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in a few months.
And I just had 3 slices of pepperoni and mushroom Anthony's cold-fired pizza.
Nice.
Between the pizza and the beer, feeling good.
Who's up right now? Filthy.
So let's
Jackson
do a little.
Yeah.
So you're pretty balanced right now. You got CMC, CeeDee Lamb, Darren Waller, Jason Eriks. Jason Eriks is new. I'm trying to think of who Jason Eriks, maybe from our YouTube community or fantasy. What's up, Ziggy? No. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cheers
to you. Happy Friday to you guys. What's up, Filthy? There's Filthy. Patrick Mahomes in the third. You had to do it, didn't you? Didn't you? Can't not take Mahomes. Not when he falls to you after Lamar.
Yeah.
He saw Raven. Just, I guess that's kind of expected with somebody at the first name of Raven.
Chad,
he's stacking.
What does everyone think about Mike Evans? I've drafted him on my fantasy team the last 2 years. He's either boom or bust. I know some of you maybe are from Tampa and watch him more than I do, but I'd love to know your opinions. Because when I think of him, I'm a little salty because it's either 3 touchdowns or 2 targets and 5 yards. Hopefully I don't have to draft him again this year, but I mean, I would if he's there at the right time.
Well, he's a red zone threat, man. He's a red zone threat, and he's incredibly athletic, and his wingspan is like as long as my garage here. The dude can grab balls out of anywhere. So his point of catch is really incredible, and he's actually pretty decent on the Hall of Fame marker list just from his productive years with Jameis Winston. You know, Jameis
Mhm.
Winston would lose us games and
Garbage
throw a
time.
lot of interceptions, but he also threw a lot of touchdowns and a lot of passing yards. I mean, a dude had an incredible number of passing yards and receptions and touchdowns. So it's like Mike Evans has got a ton of stats, and with Tom Brady, now he's got a championship. He's got several Pro Bowls and All Pros. He's not going to be a guy that's going to be a week in week out. Oh
No.
snap! I'm on the clock. Hold that thought. I might have missed it. What did I
JJ,
get?
thanks for adding in some of your opinions. JJ, I agree with you. He's good when he's healthy. The hamstring seems to act up every now and then, but I'm high on Evans long term. His ability, but injuries make him a 50-50 guy. Yeah. There's so many targets too in Tampa.
A lot of targets, so you know Tom Brady's going to have no problem feeding a couple wide receivers.
He's gonna feed Antonio Brown. I mean, what's
See, I look
the
at him as like a little weapon too. I don't think Antonio Brown's going to be a production monster. I think
I don't
Chris
either.
Godwin's going to be the production monster.
Targets by receiver, Tampa Bay. Let's look it up.
Chris Godwin's going to be your target monster. Antonio Brown's a secret weapon. Gronk's a secret weapon. Evans is a secret weapon. He's going to use like on. I mean, even Chris Godwin, because you can't cover everybody on our offense, dude.
No,
It's insane. It's so deep. Um,
I'm up in. Is this stats from last year? I think so.
wow, Gronk's mate maybe auto drafting because he did not take Gronk yet, and he took George Kittle. And that's just like mind blowing right now.
I feel like Godwin goes off more than him. Yeah, he's yards after catch is huge for him.
Yep,
And the
Godwin. Yeah,
Fantasy Pros targets by team. Here we go. Yeah, it's Tampa Bay is an interesting team. So it says last year that Mike Evans had like 12. This can't be right. So they had like 12 targets a game. It's just not right. But anywho,
12 targets per game. That sounds about right. I mean,
yeah,
honestly, that
Godwin
sounds
had
about right. I mean, that's what I'm looking for because you think about it, it's Tom Brady. He's going to convert most of those targets into receptions, you know.
Mhm.
And with how much he's going to split the ball around, you know, Tom Brady's going to utilize Leonard Fournette and maybe Giovanni Bernard this year. We picked up him. I know he's getting old, but still, he's like that James White, you know, screen game running back. But as long as Leonard Fournette's healthy, I think Leonard Fournette is going to have a massive year. I think Ronald Jones is still going to be our guy on first down. But if Ronald Jones drops a ball, Bruce Arians is very much go with the hot hand, and Tom Brady's not going to tolerate guys just blatantly dropping passes or fumbling the ball. You know, he's very much intertwined with that offense as much as Arians or any of the other coaches. So um, they're smart. You know, they're not going they're going to go with the hot hand for sure. And with Fournette's all purpose skill set, I mean, he's great in the receiving game. He's great at breaking tackles. He's explosive. He's still only like 28. Oh, is your room okay? I think something just fell in your room. Did we lose Luke? I think we lost Luke. I think that might have been his. Yeah. Luke is permanently frozen with his head sideways. No, he's looking over his shoulder because I think something fell, and it must have. I think that was his internet router. I've watched some of his videos. I think he's got his internet router up there, so I think something for whatever reason. Maybe I'm talking too loud, and the uh, the bass knocked it down. The vibration. I don't know. Anyways, see you, Luke. He'll be back. I'll let him back in when he comes back, guys. What's up, Jackson Klein? Jared Jared Munch. Did I say that right? Let's see who else got in the house. I missed some comments earlier, so let me go back. Um, yeah, Gronk's mate. Where you at, Gronk's mate? I'll have to send him a message on Insta. Fried Fridays. What's up, Jason? You still out there? Yeah, Mitch Bruggers. Gonna have to text or call Luke. Who we got? Man, we got some good looking rosters getting put together. Man, Midnight is got a really good roster coming together there. Derrick Henry and Joe Mixon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jamar Chase, Miles Sanders in the fifth. Trout, let's see what Trout's on. Kamara, Jefferson, Allen Robinson, DJ Moore. I really like that second and third. A little nervous. I'm drafting. That's my pick. Whoops. Shoot. Man, I'm gonna go Jerry Duty. Who did I get? Dale Henderson. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go running back again. I was gonna go tight end, quarterback, or wide receiver there. And I wanted to go. I need to stack, and I didn't mean to get Julio Jones in the fourth, but that's not at value. Like getting Julio Jones in the fourth to me, that's not at value when AJ Brown. AJ Brown's actually the player Luke I was talking about that Luke picked up the 2019 Prism PSA 9 he was showing me, and that he's so bullish on. Let's see, where did AJ Brown go? Yeah, beginning of the second. So he was the third, fourth wide receiver off the board. That makes sense, right? I feel like CD Lamb's ADP has gone up. CD Lamb's ADP has had to have gone up because he's almost bumping into the first. I think that may be because of uncertainty around Amari Cooper. Even though I mean the last reports out of camp is that Amari Cooper is pretty much 100%. You know, pretty much 100%. But he doesn't have. I mean, CeeDee Lamb's he's a couple years younger. He's an X factor. The lineup all over the place, and we'll see. He's definitely going to be dependent on Dak Prescott. I don't know if you guys watched any of those backup Dallas quarterbacks last night, but shoot, man, it nothing to be desired there. um, JJ Bama, what are you doing at the snake here? Saquon, okay, he makes me nervous. He's reportedly going to miss the first 3 games or so, but that's not a guarantee. The report also said that he could start week 1, so not a guarantee. Um, dude, oh no! Besides J.K. Dobbins, you gotta buy AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon, shout out to Danny Concept. It was Danny Concepts on Instagram who said, "Hey, AJ Dillon's got his own breaking company, Dillon's Deals, on Instagram. AJ Dillon is breaking sports cards, football cards, and doing live streams on I think it's Instagram. I'll be honest with you guys, I followed him, but I didn't actually like pursue his links and see where he's streaming on and doing breaks. But he's doing breaks. He's posting cards. He's investing in his own rookie cards. He's a collector. I think that's really cool. I think for that factor alone, you could see his cards become incredibly valuable. I mean, dude, he's a freakish athlete. He's a linebacker lined up as a running back, and he's so young. And that he's going to get a massive opportunity this year in Green Bay. Jamal Williams is gone. It's uh, it's just him and Aaron Jones, really. So like he's gonna get a shot. And man, I think I might have to go QB here. I'll go Dak. Although where are we at in the draft? Actually, yeah, I mean that's pretty good value. I haven't really dropped to that second tier of quarterback yet. I mean, there's only been 4 quarterbacks. That's what I'm saying. You guys are really playing this serious tonight. I'm blow up that draft board. But you guys are really playing this serious. I mean, but I feel that I got Dak at pretty good value in the 6, and I think there's a little bit of uncertainty around his health as well. With the shoulder strain and the horrific ankle injury last year, but I really think that he's going to be healthy. I mean, at least for shoot, man. I hate to say it, dude. I'm not even going to say it. I was going to say at least for one game. It's terrible, man. Oh man. Oh no, said he's in Louisiana and we are not feeling Winston. Straight up bum. Taysom not a QB1. We screwed this year. Oh shit. That comment is hilarious. Oh no. Oh man. Oh yes, yes. Shout out to Bryce. Bryce is gonna help me set up a Discord server. To see Quest, what's your Discord so I can add you and text you to see what you want in it. Yeah, I've got to respond to your email, dude. Uh, I have a Discord. I'm in a Discord. I have a Discord login, but I don't know what the username is. I'll have to look it up. Trade for Foles. Ooh, New Orleans trade for Nick Foles. They do have an elite offensive line still in New Orleans, and Nick Foles can still launch it. Now he is slow as a snail. Nick Foles is like watching, dude. Nick Foles is like watching a grown, like he's got baby legs. He's like I was gonna say Ryan Reynolds from Deadpool, like it was like the second or third Deadpool where he's sitting on the couch like towards the end of the movies after he gets all, he has to grow his legs back and he's sitting there, he's got baby legs. That's Nick Foles. Nick Foles is like a grown man on top and baby legs on the bottom. And that's Nick Foles trying to run. Hey, Luke, welcome back, man. I'm glad you could join us.
I don't even have words for what just happened. That was kind of
funny. Was that your internet router that fell?
Yeah, that has never fallen one time since I've lived here almost a year now. And
that's the Quest energy, man.
There's just too much. It was time. It was a sign to go get a beer though. So I ran upstairs while I was rebooting.
Nice.
DJ Chark.
What you got?
I hate this pick, but I'm gonna pick him.
Wait, hold on. Make your pick. Chark. Why do you hate Chark? You're getting him in the 7th round.
No, I think there's good value there. I kind of neglected running back in this draft. Chark got hurt today, and I think Urban Meyer's working with him so much because he's the one that he's concerned about, and it's a contract year for him. So I think he could eat, but
you think Urban's going to run him into the ground? He's going to run him out of town or run him into the ground? Or he's basically making like, Chark, you need to show up or shut up. Show up or shut up.
Yeah, I don't think Chark he's like not saying anything, but yeah, for a figure of speech, I agree. And he's already put on like 8 pounds, but anywho, what do I have? Lakeshore Fog.
Lakeshore Fog. Wow, that sounds nice and enjoyable.
Yeah, it was variety pack.
Variety pack? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm a fan of the variety packs. So Ono's comment was hilarious. He's in Louisiana, and he's saying we are not feeling Winston. Straight up bum. Taysom not a QB1. ... We screwed this year.
My friends are lame.
Oh yeah, I hear more rumors, about Deshaun Watson, but then as soon as an article comes out or a tweet comes out about rumors about Deshaun Watson going to the Eagles, another tweet comes out saying that until Deshaun Watson clears his legal status with 22 accusations from 22 different women, that he's not going anywhere. And if the league did allow him to be traded, it would be a huge black eye because they have not cleared any of his legal status.
Mm-hmm.
So that would never happen. He's not playing for anybody in 2021. I think it's just all hype.
He has the same agent as Jalen Ramsey, so he's starting to do I got injured like Jalen started to do years ago with his back injury. And I guess Watson's foot or something is hurting. It's going to be tough to trade him and get anything in return.
What is up, Brian? Yeah. So, Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, he's faking injuries. He's pretending to play at linebacker position. He's pretending to play at defensive end
I haven't heard. I'm typing him in right now.
because he's
Deshaun
not permitted to play as a quarterback. But he's avoiding being fined money on a daily basis so he can have enough money to pay off all these women. I guess I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on, or pay the lawyers or something. But you know, his situation is not look good for him playing in 2021 for anybody.
No. I think it's funny too. More in the sports card world, people will be like, "Yeah, there's such good value on Deshaun Watson," but even if he's down 60%, it might go down 100%. You might just get nothing for it. But yeah, articles. Texans still want too much for Deshaun Watson. Standstill in trade talks. A grand jury could likely hold the key to his future.
Boom. And you know how long those court proceedings take and the grand jury take. It's going to take forever.
It'll take 2 years.
Yeah, it'll take forever for and he'll probably miss this season at least.
Yeah.
But then he'll probably be back. And the news that I heard today that I was like, oh, really? Is that the Green Bay Packers like put in Aaron Rodgers' contract extension? Oh, by the way, Batmax just drafted him off the board in the 8th round, which is lower than what he was going. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have probably got Aaron Rodgers over Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
But they said that they wrote in that he could be traded. They would willingly trade him after 2021 if he still did not want to be on the Green Bay Packers. Did you hear that?
They should. If he doesn't want to be there, it's funny with him. It's like, is he playing this character, or does he actually not want to be there? I think he doesn't want to be there, but if he was just trying to just have the attention on him, it wouldn't surprise me either. He's an interesting character.
Really? He is an interesting character. He's a hard book to read.
I could be completely wrong, but I'm open to anything with Aaron Rodgers at this point. Any storyline.
Ooh, I like both of these picks right here. Man, I got a lot of good picks in front of me. I definitely want to go wide receiver. Out of Curtis Samuel, Will Fuller, or even Brandon Cooks or Jarvis Landry, which one would you go out of these 5? I think it. Oh man, who did I get? I got somebody.
Fuller.
Ooh, I got Curtis Samuel. I'm just as bullish on Curtis Samuel as I am on Will Fuller this year.
Yeah.
I like Will Fuller. He's only going to miss week 1. I mean, he turned into the alpha in Houston last year. Before he got popped for the PEDs, and he's definitely got the athletic potential. Now he's definitely struggled with the hamstring injuries as well, lower body injuries like crazy. But he's still pretty young. 2016 or 2017 rookie. So
I think he was 17. Yeah, there's an article today that says Rivera's not concerned about Curtis Samuel's absence at camp or his injury. So
yeah, no, I think Curtis Samuel's doing fine, and he's got really incredible talent, man. He's got some really good talent. He's flashed big time in games before. He's got some really good speed. It's going to be so fun to watch the Washington Redskins. I mean, Washington football team. Or what are they? Are they still the football team, or are they going to actually pick a real name?
They're the football team for now. They're probably going to sell as much merch as they can for 3 years and then actually change the name.
Oh, that's dirty. Yo, what's up, Matt Vescovi in the house? Jets Crazy 87 said I should have taken Brandon Cooks. Is that because, well, Houston did pick up Anthony Miller, but I guess Brandon Cooks still would basically be the wide receiver 1 in Houston.
Or 18 seconds.
Brandon Cooks is good too. Brandon Cooks is really good. I'm just nervous. The whole Houston scenario is, but in fantasy, yeah, they're going to be a negative game script scenario all day, every day. So Yeah, that's a good point. Brandon Cooks is probably going to get a ton of production.
Brandon
Even
Cooks
if
is going to get a ton of targets, just who's throwing it to him. And I
that's
think the
all that
volume
that's
will
all that
still
I'm
be
looking for is a ton of targets, you
yeah.
know, because Brandon Cooks will turn those targets into receptions, yardage, and touchdowns. Now, but is Brandon Cooks a guy that you're gonna invest in his rookie card?
Probably not until I know who the quarterback is. I would, though. He would fit the criteria I'm looking for.
You could probably get him for very cheap. And what I will say about Brandon Cooks is that he's a 2014 rookie,
Yeah.
and I love that year of Prism. The design on the 2014 Prism, actually, I've got I've got an Allen Robinson right here that I squeezed into a Slim Jim this afternoon.
Yeah, his prisms are going for $4.
Squeezed them in there, guys. So Carson Cruz told me, he's like, dude, he's like, you're using Card Savers 2s, which are great for minis. He's like, but you need to get Card Saver 1s. He's like, they make it a lot easier to get the carded. So I'm over here huffing hot air, trying to cut slits in my sleeves, trying to do anything to get these cards in the card savers, the semi rigids, the tight squeezes, the slim jims, and I got the wrong size. There's a bigger size that I need to get.
Jet's crazy. Do you like Brandon Cooks or Curtis Samuel more, even though you like them both? Where was that card I was looking for? I just picked up this one at the National. It's hard to see.
Hold on, let me blow you up.
Jalen
There you
Hurts,
go.
optic
Ooh, an
hollow.
optic hollow Jalen Hurts, man. How much you get that for?
I treated myself to one cello, and that's what I got.
Oh, you pulled that from a cello?
Yeah.
You lucky dog. You lucky dog.
I got so many parallels. What about Christian Kirk? What do you think about him?
Oh, total breakout, man.
Picked up this.
Total stud, dude. He's a baller.
I hope he has a good year too.
Filthy's on the clock.
My semi ridges are hard to squeeze in. Motivate me.
Motivate me, TV.
It should be a fun year of football.
So you're like all over the news. You're all over the cards. You seem like you got a really good handle on everything that's going on in the market.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert. Like I couldn't call out 2014 or rookies like you maybe could, or products, but I have Twitter set up to have all the information thrown at me at once is kind of how I like to do it. I just can't remember like rookie years and stuff like that and certain products. I have to look that up most of the time.
Yeah. I forget it sometimes too, but some stuff I talk about so much I ingrain it in my brain.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about being a reason why I'm a one sport guy. Plus I not to mention that I played baseball as a kid, and whenever I got into football, following football, watching football, and then started playing fantasy football as an adult, uh, a lot in large part because of my friends at the time, and got me into watching the league on FX.
Oh, yeah, great show.
Yeah, man. So I was like, dude, I gotta play fantasy. And then when I started playing fantasy football, I immediately got hooked and fell in love with it, and just started, doing as much research and homework as I could to beat my friends in fantasy football, and win the money and win the championship and everything else. So
yeah, the money's nice, but just having a year of victory, going to the next draft, just walking in, just like it's the best.
the Jalen Optic rookie, yeah, that year of victory, and getting the trophy, getting the bragging rights.
all playoffs long. Yeah, I
with
won like when
prize
you're
money.
watching.
And
When
you
it's
know
me.
how difficult it is, and a lot of times I don't know about you, but my 2 seasons that I won my fantasy league, they were one of them was a come behind. That the other one I drafted Ezekiel Elliott in his rookie year,
Hmm.
at the end of the first round, and I can't remember who else was on my team at that year, but Zeke pretty much rode me to that championship that year.
I can't remember that one off the top of my head, but he was so good right away. Did he get
Yeah,
hurt that second year? Or was it his
no.
third?
It was 2016, but
Yeah.
I don't remember him getting hurt. I remember him putting up like at least 15 points for me every week. You have to look it up. Maybe he was out a week or two, or missed a little bit of time. Um, but I'm trying to remember back on the other players I had on my team, but I remember that he was like, because I got him at value because
Mhm.
I knew about his college resume, and I knew that the draft capital that he came with, and my buddies were sleeping on him. I mean, he fell to me at like pick number 8 or 9 in the first round, and at that time we had a 10-man league, and I was like rookie Dallas offensive line ascending offense. Let's go. This guy's a bell cow from Ohio State. Let's go.
I had with my last pick last year, I drafted James Robinson for the Jags, and eventually traded him for AJ Brown and
Oh,
someone else later in the year. But no one picked him. No one knew other than me that he was being talked about. So those are the picks, no matter who it is or that win leagues.
yeah, man. James Robinson, undrafted free
Undrafted,
agent last year,
Illinois
and
State.
it was a total stud for the Jags. But not much of that was in a positive game script scenario. There was like a lot of screen plays, bubble passes,
No,
but he was extremely productive, extremely efficient. But I think it was somewhat of an outlier. Like it wasn't something that I think we can expect this year at all, especially not with Travis Etienne. I mean, that's him and Trevor Lawrence go way back,
yeah,
right? Shower narrative, right?
Marvin Jones. Oh yeah, two
Porter.
Jaguars receivers. That could be a bad idea.
Well, so in best ball though, it may not be a bad idea.
Right.
Have you read up on any best ball strategy?
No, I haven't done homework on this.
So in a best ball format where you don't adjust your roster throughout the season, nor do you have the ability to go to the waiver wire and pick
Right.
up players or trade players, you really want to you're really trying to flop the nuts. You're trying to flop the royal flush. You're trying to go get the full house, and so you're trying to get everything you need for a winning season in the draft. And so if you can stack guys on a team that's just like going to be a powerhouse offense, and you just hit on every single one of them, and then you have your backups, you're interchanging guys there on bye weeks and try and look at their bye weeks here on the player pool and stuff. But otherwise, like stacking is a big strategy. Also prioritizing running backs, wide receivers, ultra productive guys, especially because this is one QB, right? And the chances they talk about if you pick three QBs in this, the chances of you using the third QB on any given week is very low.
So
You
low.
know, so there's not a whole lot of sense in wasting capital on a third QB. And with the roster makeup, you really want to have a wide receiver core that's stacked, potentially on the same team, um, or group of teams that you're really focused in on. And same thing with running backs. And that's why I love the correlation, because whenever I'm looking at cards to invest in, Luke, I'm like I don't, because of the volatility in the NFL with guys potentially missing a couple weeks. What that does is that gives other unknown rookies, guys that didn't get drafted with a whole lot of capital, but because we know about them through fantasy football research, we know them as potential sleepers that could come
Right.
out and be ultra productive. These guys come out and it's like, holy crap, who's that guy? And he's running a 4.4 out there, and he's making huge splash plays, and all of a sudden, a lot of people want to go out and buy his rookie card, like James Robinson last year, right? And then they ended up Panini's like smart. Then they ended up printing him in the Chronicle sets. They went back and printed him in the sets, even though they didn't print him in a rated rookie. Like at the beginning of the season, he wasn't printed in anything.
And the same thing with Cam Akers in that situation. We see the other guy, I'm blanking on his name, Henderson, just skyrocket up the ladders right now.
Darrell Henderson, yeah. Even though, like, after the initial spike from that, everybody started to understand, oh, well, it's going to be a running back by committee, But the initial knee-jerk reaction was Darrell Henderson RB1 for LA, and he had a pretty decent college resume. He's got a pretty decent athletic profile, He can break some tackles, make some plays. He can catch the ball, this and that. But there's a reason why they drafted Cam Akers. There's a reason why they drafted Cam Akers. There's a reason why Xavier Jones and Jake Funk were drafted, and they're getting a lot of time now in camp. And there's a reason why Darrell Henderson didn't fill that role in for Todd Gurley when he left, and they drafted Cam Akers. But the knee-jerk reaction was Darrell Henderson RB1 for LA, big market team. And I did the same thing because they were so cheap, and I still feel that they were good investments if you can get them that cheap. But once they leave, like those rare cards, those short print cards leave that price tier, they're no longer $5, $10, $20. Now they're $40, $50, $60. That's when there's people still buying them at that $40, $50, $60 mark. Maybe not as many as there were at this point last year, during that honeymoon phase in the hobby, but there's still people buying them at that point this year. And it's like, well, that's a little, that card probably is not going to go up much from there. He'd really have to go out and do something special and play like freaking Derrick Henry out, Saquon Barkley out there on the field, Christian McCaffrey. Let's see some backflips over some dudes into the end zone,
Yeah, when that kind of stuff happens, you got to go on eBay and just don't even bother with offers. Just buy them now. Buy it as if it's a reasonable price. Otherwise, you're just going to get passed up. But Star Stock and the other places work better for that. Anyways.
No, that's a good point. Star Stock does work great for that because you could be boom, boom. Click a button, buy. If you can catch them for 2, catch them for 4, catch them for 5, and you can see the supply. You see the supply. You see what they're trading at. You can totally control it, just like ComC. You can manipulate the supply on those websites.
Yeah, if you can buy the floor up to 5 or whatever number and just keep going, and then it's a great strategy.
And then looking at comps and saying, well, that's gonna definitely go up. Looking at comps from other players of that year and other, similar. I like to look at the players from the same year because even if they're not identical, but because that card has the same supply level, has the same print run.
Yeah, that's like the video you did a couple weeks back on comparing eBay listings to estimated supply, which was valuable. Everyone should go watch it.
Right on.
Forget what.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I think that was the one where I was talking about the top 10 short print or silver print run ranks, and I basically, we do so many eBay listings. I was like, you know what? I'm going old school with this. I'm getting out my notebook and I'm making tally marks every time. Because when you type in Prism Silver on eBay, you literally get the whole gambit, Because there's not, it turns out there's not a whole lot of eBay sellers that know how to list their cards perfectly. They don't know how to list them accurately. Accurately is the word I'm looking for. Accurately, not perfectly, not appropriately, accurately.
Yeah, I hate when people do like this one, Zach Levine, Silver Hollow Bulls Prism card investment, Silver Hollow, and then they do that little like stock going up. It's just nonsense on eBay. They got to do a better job, but it is what it is.
Are you so have you tried out the beta collection feature yet on eBay?
I have. I've been sending a lot of my stuff to ComC and the new marketplace only alt. So I haven't done as much on eBay lately.
Tell me about this new marketplace only alt. Like I saw my buddy Brad's video where he went around and interviewed
Yeah.
the different different auction houses, different platforms, selling platforms, basically consignment people auction. Alt was one of them, and they were a new platform. They intrigued me because I hadn't heard of them.
They intrigue me too. It's like ComC, but the data is a little bit better. And right now they're doing like free submissions, and if you sign up with someone else's code, you get like $50 free. So there's a lot of like play money in the account for everyone right now, and there's a very low supply, so it'll tell you how many cards are available, and they give you, I think it's Card Ladder's data, so it tells you what the last prices were from eBay, from only alt, from other marketplaces to compare them. It's been working for me right now. I like it. I don't have to list things. I've sent some stuff in my own collection there to put on the marketplace, but it's like ComC. It's like the other ones, but it's less day tradey. It doesn't look like Star Stock, but it operates the same way, and it's 1.5 seller fees %, which is good.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Richard said, "Is this a pitch, dude?" He's got me cracking up over here. Oh, tell me more about this name drop. That's just how I talk. No, really, I've never heard of him about that. But I wish I could bottle up that same delivery when I am trying to sell something, you know?
Yeah, I'm all for just clicking buttons and selling things, making anything easier. So I've been liking it.
I like the 1.5 seller fees, and if it's
what am I?
it's a peer-to-peer, buying selling platform, kind of like eBay. Oh, you're on the clock. You got 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I spent so much time. That was 13th round, but still, I think that was a panic play.
I've done so much stuff on Only Alt this week. I just sold an Alec Bohm card. Just got an email about it.
So you sign up. It's free to sign up, right?
Yeah.
And then it basically like, is it like My Slabs where you can take a picture of your card and list it instantly, or you got to send it to them?
You have to send it to them. And what concerns me about Only Alt is right now they're doing like free everything. So if you send it there, there's no listing free. If you sign up, you get free money. So I feel like there's all this new free money coming in, and it concerns me this won't last long term. But they have a ton of good data when you're buying. That's the best part.
Interesting. Well, I'll have to check it out. I definitely like to stay knowledgeable and active in all the different platforms, because then, I mean, if any of them pick up, then they start becoming their own ecosystems and their own economies, and it's really important to know if one is lopsided for a specific player,
My friend
in terms of like ComC's got 100 Topps Chrome Devontae Adams rookie cards trading at $5, and Star Stock has got 10 and they're trading at $20 a piece, kind of deal.
When I signed up, I tried to grab all 3 Kyler Murray PSA 9 rated rookies. I got a couple for $20 and I sold them for like 40 the next day. But the supply and demand and some of the good stuff from being early is not going to last. But we'll see what happens. There's some advantages to always take into effect if you're early. You're on the clock.
I was reading Oh No's comment about Jalen Hurts' base mosaic being a color match with the. What do you think about the mosaic?
I like the product a lot from an aesthetic perspective. I don't have a lot of the cards. It's probably the 4th one in terms of value. Would you rate it like that?
In terms of value?
Or not demand. Let's say demand instead of value. You could say Prism, Select, Optic in any order for the top 3 other than National Treasures.
Yeah. I'd put it right there. Yeah, I'd put it right there at 4th or 5th. Yeah, that's a good point. So I was actually trying to draft. I was trying to draft my my player.
Be picking up.
I failed. but it's it's okay. We got a few auto drafters in this league. Somebody's taking my money in this league. I feel like it for sure. Maybe
Jalen
it's you.
Hurts,
But
Mosaic football.
I wonder what he's grabbing those for, because he's definitely going to be like he's going to surprise a lot of people. I feel like, whenever he stepped on the field last year, his rookie cards blew up, but then it's like his play didn't continue to progress after game one. Like it
Right.
wasn't like an aggressive progression where like we didn't see him truly break out. But I mean, the Eagles had one of the worst protection rates in the league, and
Mhm.
um, they were just, I mean, dude, the wide receiver core, it was terrible, dude. I mean,
They do have the easiest strength of schedule based on last.
yeah, I know, man. They got the easiest strength of schedule. They've signed Devonta Smith. I mean, now you can properly use Jalen Rager. Miles Sanders is still super young. They made improvements to the O line, the defense. Um, I mean, it should be a big improvement. Plus, he's had the entire offseason to work with the offense and learn the playbook fully. I mean, he was thrust into this really crappy scenario 2/3 of the way through the year, and the guy's super athletic. I
Mhm.
mean, I think he's gonna shoot up big time once the season starts.
What's their schedule look like? Eagles
Your
schedule.
schedule? I'm very curious about the Jags schedule. I'm curious about that because obviously there's a ton of eyeballs on them with Trevor Lawrence, and then you add Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow, and I don't know who else they're gonna sign, but Tra- Travis Etienne. There's a ton of hype
Ken.
around the Jags this year.
Jags start with the Texans and the Broncos, so I think we win. Then we play the Cardinals. We'll lose. And then we play the Bengals. We'll probably win. Titans always lose to the Titans. Dolphins will be close. Seahawks lose. Bills lose. Colts win. Niners lose. Falcons win. Rams lose. Titans lose. Texans win. Jets win. Oh, we're going to kill the Jets and Zach Wilson. Patriots win. Colts win. Rapid fire.
Boom! Wow, you just went through your entire season. Like
It's going to be interesting. I'm very concerned. Urban's
I
going to run.
like the confidence. You're concerned about Urban doing what? As I've got Jets crazy 87's comment over.
Jets under 6.5 wins is a lock. Put your mortgage on it. I think Urban's just. I'm not there. I'm not at camp. I'm not hearing any beat reporters say he's working them too hard. But that concerns me about a college coach coming in. But I mean, Urban Meyer's, he's crazy. He needs to win football games to feel alive. So I'm happy he's our coach.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. PSA 10 Breeze. So what do you with you or with all your studying the market and market movers and everything, like what do you think is a really good play right now in football?
Football, I just had it up. The favorite one I like right now is Tyreek Hill. His optic base PSA 10 pop count of 130.
Mm.
It's reached 180, and right now it's trending down to 130, and it's starting to tick up.
That's a PSA 10.
Yep.
So I like that because I tried to snipe. I wasn't as aggressive enough. I should have been a 2016 optic Tyreek Hill, but I like that because that's the first year optic was made.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I kind of look for people that are 5 to 10% down, or people that are like 2% up. Don't put a wager on it.
Jets Crazy says you want to put a wager on the Jets game, the Jets Jags game.
Yeah, I mean, what's the wager? What's the wager?
I love this.
Do I have to lay
this.
like 21 points? That's kind of getting cocky.
Well, yeah, we got to clarify the terms of the wager. Who gets what? We got to what the prizes are, and what the. Oh, okay. So Matt's saying, I'll take over 6. Let's go. I'll put a card of equal value up to anything.
Are we gonna do 6 or are we gonna do 6? Can we do 6.5? What do you feel about that?
He's 6.5.
We can't tie.
Well, you just drafted Jamison Crowder of the Jets. Do you realize that, Luke?
Yeah, I wanted a Jared Cook. I'm too focused on Zach Wilson. I only drafted one quarterback. My internet went out. You know, it was a rough draft. If anyone loses to me in this thing, oof, I donated $5 to someone.
I love your quarterback pickup, though.
Yeah, if he gets hurt, who knows what's going to happen.
I'm just waiting for Wayne Bainbridge to emerge from the comments, the chat over here. This is all. He's so funny, dude. He cracks me up. I don't know why you guys are so excited about him.
What's not to be excited about?
No, I know. I am.
So what card would I wager?
Got Luke looking for a card, Matt.
I got this Vlad Jr. that's worth like 80. Rookie. Honestly, like just name your stakes under $100 and we'll make it work.
All right, I'm gonna throw in something too for the winner. Let's seal this up.
We can ship the cards to Andy and you can keep track of them. You can facilitate the wager.
There you go. I'll be the middleman. I'll throw it up in a video. You know, we got it. You guys wanna start hosting wagers on my channel? We'll have we'll call it a new show called Wager Wednesdays.
Wager went like mail
Your Wager Wednesdays.
AJ Brown, this card could work. AJ Brown base PSA 9, but
nice.
Not too exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw something in the pot.
$16 picks away. I bet $100 AC auto drafts.
See what I got for you guys. Oh, they're making bets on if I auto draft. I better not miss my pick.
$13 away for me.
Batmax. I'm a few picks away, but
what are Joe Burrow cards going for right now?
They're elevated, dude. They're elevated big time.
Yeah, it's not the time to be buying Joe Burrows. Just as a
I'd be buying Hurts or Tua just from the price point.
Same. There's so many parallels now. It's tough to keep track of all of them.
All right, I'm gonna throw this Terry McLaurin Concourse Silver rookie card. Terry F1 McLaurin Silver Concourse to the winner of the Jets versus Jags game. What week is that?
It's late in the year. It's like where is the schedule? It's December 26th, day after Christmas.
Ooh, that'll be a fun game. Great card. Oh, Matt saying he'll put up his Curtis Samuel Origins On the card auto numbered out of 49.
Yeah, I'll take any bet.
I like it.
I might have to put a couple cards together to get up to that value.
I'm on the clock. Can't miss my pick. Hold on. Marquez Callaway. I stacked them. I think I stacked them all, dude. Let's check this out. I think I got all the Saints, all the good Saint wide receivers. Michael Thomas, Traquan Smith, Marquez Callaway.
Where's my live draft?
Just don't go off against the Bucks.
5 picks away.
We'll have to do a 6-man after this,
or
a 10-man, depending on how many people we have. Because I kind of got distracted in this one. We had a few auto drafters, unfortunately. I still think that it's a lot of fun for people that are drafting. Shame on you, auto drafters. Wow. I'm noticing that there's no way Shelly had to be auto drafted because she literally picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that some people I had in this draft since last Thursday. So, a couple people, maybe they forgot or they got busy or whatever the case is, it's all good. We're going to spin up a 6-man one where the teams are absolutely loaded.
Yeah.
And it's a $3 entry. So it's not, it's a paid mock draft, man. These are a blast because you really are looking at value. And this is showing you a popularity index of where players are going, in my opinion, because and this draft is very particular. This is all card guys. We're all card guys. We're all card people. I shouldn't say guys or guys and gals, but we're all into cards. So we have a perspective of also who do we want to invest and collect, and I think that has some sway on who we pick. Where we pick them, and kind of our thought process. Because I don't look at quarterbacks, strictly investment. Yeah, I'm thinking, okay, quarterback is, obviously going to have a bigger price spikes. It can be easily higher in value. It all makes sense, right? But whenever I'm collecting, like I don't value a quarterback's rookie card higher than some of my defensive players or, running backs, wide receiver, any of the other positions. It's all about the player for me.
Definitely. And you can't go buy 20 different quarterback cards, but you can way maximize your wide receivers or running backs, etc., just based on the lower price points.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You can get a lot more of your favorite players, and you can diversify, and you can also afford some really rare cards.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, as this thing continues to evolve and grow, why not? It just feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll happen or not, but I'm curious to see if like another hobby bump will come this fall with 5 rookie quarterbacks, with fantasy football, with more people coming into the hobby. I don't think it'll happen, but if it did, it wouldn't surprise me.
You don't think it'll happen?
I don't. I wouldn't bet on it, but it wouldn't surprise me. It's kind of a cop-out answer, but I'm just curious. Like when Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes are tweeting about rookie cards and stuff, I don't know if that's going to get more people into it.
I think it would, but I mean, I look at it like there's definitely a lot more people in it this year.
Yeah.
Than there was in 2019. Now,
Yeah.
how many people are in it active this year, active right now going into the season compared to how many were active last year going into the season?
That's a good point.
I think it's a higher number than 2019, but maybe a lower number than 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to kind of temper our expectations. I think that it's going to be, I think it's going to be lit. I think it's going to be good, but just on a little bit smaller scale. We just can't expect the huge, um, you know, I mean, shoot, last year, like you were better off investing every spare dime you had
Yeah.
in football cards than you were to buying gold or any other stock on the
Silver,
stock market. You know what
maybe
I'm saying?
Zoom
Like,
excluded, but yes.
like it was nuts, dude. It was so crazy. And yeah, I'm glad you guys didn't bet on me getting auto drafted because I totally dismissed my pick again. But it was nuts, and so that's not we're not going to be at that level this year, but it's going to be more than it was in 2019. And in
Yeah.
2019, we saw Lamar Jackson's rookie card Prism go from dude, it literally went from like $10 at the beginning of the season to
Like
him playing and getting that MVP, and it was up to almost $100. And this was his base Prism.
the base, yeah, back before
Base Prism.
the base prison is dead narrative started, which is true to a sense, depending on the year.
But the thing is, like, I think that base Prism's not dead
I don't
when
either.
if the player's good enough,
Hmm.
because the supply will disappear, and then if the supply disappears, then that makes that card valuable.
Like, no, there's not many NFL players that have pop counts like Zion or Luca compared to basketball. There's just not as much demand. So it's tough to say that base cards are dead.
Yeah.
Baker
Yeah,
Mayfield.
they're not dead. They're not dead. I don't but I will say that in 2020 when it comes to skill position players, because they did obviously increase the print runs and stuff like that, I'm definitely
Big time.
going for cards that are more scarce, so I'm going for the silvers in most cases. I want to spend up an extra $5 to get the silver card.
Mhm.
But I've also collected a lot of base cards as well. So guys that I really believe in, I'm looking to double down and go for something that I know has got scarcity and that I know has got a ton of eye appeal and collectability behind it.
Big time. Yeah, I've yet to get my hands on a zebra. I need to get one.
Oh, you just go straight to a zebra. And we go from base cards to zebras. Where's
I
a zebra like numbered out at 10 or 20 or something?
I need to find like the worst player, worst skill position player on eBay and buy one.
I'm trying to get silvers over here. Like, yeah, I need to get a zebra.
No, so that was on my mind in the HGA buy sell trade group. Someone posted yesterday, LaVisca Chenault HGA 8.5 zebra, and I commented right away. I was like 30 minutes late. I'm like, I will buy that right now, and it was
Cool.
already sold because the guy didn't know how to price it. He didn't know what he was doing. It was like the guy was maybe like 12 or 13. But
Wow.
I
I cleaned up last pick of the draft, Luke. I cleaned up the last pick of the draft. I got Dwayne Eskridge. You heard of him? Go,
Dwayne.
go Google, go YouTube him when we get off this live stream. He's gonna break out. He's not gonna be DK Metcalf, but
No.
on Seattle, but he's going to definitely have games where he goes off, like where he goes off for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns because they're double covering DK and they're playing a hard defense. And Tyler Lockett's either, uh, you know, just locked down or not performing well because he is getting a little older now. So Dwayne Eskridge is really good.
Sports Illustrated said Seahawks can get very creative with Dwayne Eskridge. A lot of positive articles about him. Just got to get over that toe injury. He needs to fix his. Yeah, Pete Carroll changing the shoes he's wearing.
What is up, Chris Jordan in the house? I know I didn't mean to draft Michael Thomas, Brian. That was an auto pick. Jordan says, "How many salary cap drafts have I done? Salary cap drafts? Are you meaning like the ones where you have to bid? Like you get $200 for the draft or $1,000 for the draft, and then you have to bid on players?" I haven't done one since last year, and it was a blast. I did my first salary cap draft last year, not outside of like DraftKings, on a daily Yeah, auction, dude. There's so much fun. Like once you do an auction, I feel like that is the way to go. Like that's the way. There is no more fair way to do a draft or the waiver wire. I'm a huge fan of the auction.
You have to do the auction.
I do prefer snake, but at the same time, I just feel if you go standard draft rounds where it goes 1 to 12 and then back to 1, to 12, that you really just need to give people a fair warning. Like you can't start the draft and be like, oh hey, by the way, this is not a snake.
Yeah.
This is a huge difference, right?
You better be
Imagine being at the number 12 position. You're like, wait a minute, I thought I got 12 and 13. You find out uh, you get 12 and 24.
my bye week exposure. Not good.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. In the auction, you can get whatever you want. Well, good. I'm glad you guys are here. Jordan, Chris, Raven, Sharp. Oh, dude, Sean
Sure.
from Sharp Hobbies Investor. What's up, man? Probably chilling by the pool, kick back. Got him. What you drinking over there? Yeah, auction drafts are what's up. Let's spin up a 6 man or a 12 man, or not a 12 man. Let's spin up a 6 man after this. I think it's done. Are you in any auctions tonight, Luke?
I am not.
I'm kind of curious to see. Oh, I was looking at 2018 Prism Silverados
You hear
because
what
I got those 2 Traquan Smiths for about $20. Let's see.
entry fee Jerry Rice fantasy.
Lobby. Let's spin. Let's see what we got. NFL best ball. NFL. They got all kinds of stuff. They got pick'ems. They got MLB, NHL, NBA. $3, 6-person, 12-person. Jerry Rice PSA 10 entry fee. Oh, that's an interesting league. You want to do an auction draft? Jordan, do a little mock draft with us tonight. Let's connect on via email about doing an auction league. I did a YouTube card investor fantasy league last year, and we've got most people back, but there's some people that aren't going to be back. So we've got some spots open. I'm looking to expand it. Mustache Mondays are for the
Mustache
Chiefs.
Mondays.
All right, what do you think, guys? Should we do a 10-person? We got 16 people in the stream right now. You guys want to do a 10-person league or a 6-person league? You guys
10?
no, we do. We're not getting Brad in it, by the way, Jordan. We're not ever, ever, ever getting Brad, the comeback card investor, to play fantasy football again because he will not do anything with his roster. He will not. He will not. And I don't want somebody who just sits there and doesn't ever start, doesn't ever start people on their fantasy teams every week. He's the kind of guy that's perfect for best ball. He never has to worry about it.
Never has to
Just
touch
do
it
the
again.
draft and you're done.
10? Do we have enough for 10?
I mean, yeah, there's 16
I think we
people
do.
in the league. Let's do it.
Sharp Hobbies is ready.
Let's go. All right, so we're in share draft, fetching link. Let me fetch it. Let me throw it out to peeps. Yeah, I haven't done a 10. I'm excited to do a 10. I want to do a 10 because it's a good amount. Like 6 is very, very stacked rosters. 10's a little bit of strategy. 12 is challenging, right? 16 is like very challenging. Boom. We are already 4 out of 10. Might have to hop over to Whatnot and post this up in AJ Dillon's live break stream right now.
AJ Dillon was wild. Oh, it was great.
Let's go. Man, I hope you guys are ready to have a good weekend. Yes, I'm doing this right now. Jordan, click the link, get in the draft. It goes quick, brother. It's 30-second rounds. We're going to be like, with no auto drafters, I'm going to be on it. I promise, Jordan. I know I've drank a few beers. You know, I might be starting to slur my words a little bit, but we're going to be on it, okay? We're going to crush this draft, man.
Internet cannot fall again. It's on the ground safely, not up on the shelf. If I can auto draft only like twice instead of like 4 times last time, I think that'd be a huge increase in productivity.
This is a snake. This is a snake draft.
I'll be more focused for this one too, was watching the Phillies.
Yes, we're getting everybody focused. Let's do it, man. Like, I'm gonna be sniping the hell out of Luke. I know exactly who you're looking for now.
Really gotta lock it in.
Yeah, lock it in. Lock it in. All right. 4 spots left. So we're 4 spots left. What I'm gonna do? Oh, my camera phone is the flashlight's on. Let me turn that off. I'm about to send this out. Let's go.
Turn it up. Oh, there you go. Snake drafts are against my religion. Please let me know if you do an auction league. I'd be down.
All right. Snake draft, but this is a mock draft, Jordan. This is a mock draft. He's really saying he's got a religion against snake draft.
You never have to touch it again. No waivers, no nothing.
I'd also do. Okay, we got 2 guys that do an auction. I'll do an auction league if you draft with us tonight. Let's see how strict his religion is. But I like it. I dig it, man. I think auction drafts are awesome. Very challenging, very fair.
They are very fair. Get whatever you want.
I know. I'm gonna do an actual. I've got an actual league going. We're gonna change it to an auction draft, and there just happens to be a few spots open. I'd like to get you in it, Jordan.
So I can celebrate when my kicker gets 6 field goals.
Oh no, man! He's relying on the kicker.
They kick like 3 40-yarders and get the extra 4 points.
Hold on, I'm about to see if we can get commish. We got 3 spots left. 3 spots left. We got 3 spots left. About to kick one off. Another one. 10-man. Let's go. Let me get that link. Underdog. We need a couple more, y'all. Let's see. NFL. Tweet. We're about to fill this up. Share. Copy. Three spots left.
Three more.
Yes.
2.
Yeah, buddy.
Chris Lopez. Watching my mistake break eBay purchase. Did you get anything good, Raven? Do you do a lot of breaks at all? I haven't entered one in months.
I bought into one break for $140. Got the Eagles and didn't get a single card. Actually, I got a Carson Wentz. They gave me the Carson Wentz even though he's not on the Eagles anymore. He was in the Eagles jersey, and that was it. And it was like numbered. It was a red parallel. It was a select break after select came out, and I like green Packers cards 87. That dude that started barbell breaks. So I wanted to support him as well. But I got that one card, dude. One card.
Barbell breaks. I haven't heard of him. 2 spots, filler. He's got a lot up right now. I haven't entered a break in a really long time. I got burned on him. I'd rather buy on eBay. But there's nothing more fun than opening cards or breaks, though.
Let's see, paste.
Oh, it's just starting. Who's breaking?
Let's go. We still got 2 spots. 2 spots. We got 10 man about to kick off.
I got the Broncos in Prism Draft. So that would be
10 man. You got the Broncos in Prism Draft?
Is it hobby or retail or anything in specific?
Are you asking me?
No, I was asking Raven.
Oh.
Jaguar season ticket holder. Chris, where are your seats at? They used to be in section 405 when I was like 6.
Is that a good seat?
No. It's upper level. I forget if it's on the side with the sun or not the sun. I haven't been there in a very long time. $20 hanger for $6 Canadian.
2 people. We need 2 more people to join. I'm gonna post it. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like that logo, Matt. Just crazy sent me his new logo. That looks pretty tight. It might be that
risky. How about them Steelers last night?
Did they win? What, 10-7?
I forget.
9-3, something like that, or 9-6.
I didn't watch a second of it. Wasn't it like 16 to? Yeah, 16-3. They covered 2.5.
Yeah, let me copy the link again for anybody just hopping into the stream here. We can fill this thing up. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Let's see. Let's see. dun, 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 dun. 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 Dun, 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 dun. No.
I like how the
Okay.
Steelers run the ball last night.
You did what?
I'm just responding to Brian's comment. He's talking about the Steelers and the running back situation.
What's the
The Steelers had a really bad O line. Yeah, this website has them ranked last as the worst offensive line. But that's good though.
I'm worried about their offensive line.
I'm very worried about their offensive line. Where's this? I'm going to drop this link in the chat of what I look at for offensive.
Yeah? What you looking at?
I'm biased towards the Undroppables, that website. I like to try to pick running backs with upper half, but upper half offensive lines, but who knows? AC, I sent you a picture of the card.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Let me check it out. Where's it at? On my email? Or you text it to me? Oh, check it out, man.
One more.
Yeah, one more. We about to kick it off, y'all.
Nice. You're going to the scrimmage, Chris? I'm happy because they're live streaming it. I'm excited to watch. Carson, thank you for joining.
Oh, what's up, Carson? We only need one more, and we're about to fill this league. So you sent so Matt Jets Crazy sent me a card that he said he'll put up, and then it's out of 25. This one right here.
Ooh.
This is a Travis Etienne.
CTN.
Yeah.
I like it.
Travis Etienne.
You get that at the National?
No, I don't know where he got it, but I know he didn't go to the National. I don't think he did.
Or was that a Panini Instant?
It almost looks like a Panini Instant, but it does have like swirls in the background, and it looks like it's got silver on it. Numbered out of 25, so I don't know if they have any numbered out of 25 Panini Instant. Let's see. All right, we got to get one more on it.
Where's Halp from the other night? Call on him. One more spot.
Who?
I forget what his name was last time. It was like HAUP. He had the little star icon by his name. You were saying you were excited to see who was picking.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. Where's he at? Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Jet's crazy. What's
I know what you're talking about.
Jet's crazy. You want to type your Instagram in the chat, then I'll follow you, and I'll show you my cards. We can pick something out.
Man, best ball. One spot open. We about to fill this up. Let's go.
Let's try not to auto draft once this time.
I don't think we are. No, once we get the 10th man here, we're off to the races. If not, then we're gonna have to all. Then we have a couple people fighting over the 6-man roster. Like we need an 11-man. I mean, we need a 9-man roster right now. Boom. There it goes. Who's in the draft? Chris Jags 16, 1.1, Jets Crazy 87. At the 1.2, myself at the 1.3, Raven 1.4, Steelers 7 at the 1.5. What's good? Brian Bortles to Robinson at the 1.6. That's you, right, Luke?
Yeah, I had to make my name in like 3 seconds last time.
Yeah. We got Sean from Sharp Hobbies at the 1.7. Carson Cruz from Pure Graded X from the 1.8. Filthy Collector at the 1.9. And Bat Max at the 1.10. All right. Draft starts in 10 seconds. I'm 100%. Oh, I logged myself out, I guess.
Wow.
I was going to say I'm 100% ready to go. Then I logged myself out. Oh, it was Sean. Sean's like, sorry, I had to create an account. There we go. Christian McCaffrey. CMC, no surprise, no big surprise there.
No.
Matt with Dalvin Cook. Who would you pick over like at the 1.3? Oh, I'm in the 1.3.
You're in the 1.3.
Oh, I forgot.
I would pick Zeke out of these three.
I'm like thinking I'm not even acting like I'm not even in it, just like gonna commentate on it and looking at it. Just watch my pick go draft float away. Oh man,
We've missed a handful of picks already tonight.
Yeah. All right. I did go with Derrick Henry. Raven went with Nick Chubb. Actually, I could have gone with Nick Chubb there, but Derrick Henry's the King Henry, man. He's a stud.
He is. And playing
Do
against
you think we'll see any regression in his play this year?
I don't know. I mean, I'm curious to see what the offense is going to look like with Julio Jones, and they have a ton of weapons. I feel like he's going to get a ton of touchdowns like last year, but he hasn't gotten injured yet. Maybe that means he's tough. Maybe that means he's due for one. But his durability is definitely something to weigh in on, I think.
Yeah.
And what do you think?
That's good. That's a good point, man. He's hitting that age apex. So just looking like from a purely statistical standpoint, This is at the point at which his production starts to decline. Him, and Ezekiel Elliott's a little bit younger because he came into the NFL so young.
Earlier. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think Derrick Henry is really solid, dude. I would not be surprised at all. Like I've got a high level of confidence that he's going to be a top 5 running back again this year, just on touches and yardage alone. Dude is just such a. There's no comparable player in the database that's even similar to him.
Yeah.
I sure hope Hurts falls to me at 9. Yeah, there's definitely a reason the Titans are the favorite to win the division. Julio Jones and Derrick Henry definitely help them out a ton.
And your boy AJ Brown,
I love
he's
AJ Brown.
He's a freak athlete. Who's at their tight end position now that they traded John Smith? Isn't it like Anthony Firkser?
I think that sounds right. I'm not 100%. Jonnu had an awesome year last year, though.
Let me look at the depth chart. Tennessee Titans. Pretty sure it was Firkser.
I think you're right.
Yeah, Firkser. Oh, they picked up Jeff Swaim too from Dallas. I remember Jeff
That could be
Swaim.
good.
They got Luke Stocker, number 3 from Seattle. Interesting. They picked up Josh Reynolds from LA. That's their number 4 wide receiver. Who did they draft? They drafted this dude, Khalija Lipscomb. Chester Rogers. Oh, they picked up Chester Rogers.
Chester Rogers is still out there.
I'm not going to miss my pick. Oh, man. DeAndre Hopkins or DK Metcalf? Who would you go?
DK.
Yeah, me too. Just because of Russ?
Yeah, mainly because of Russ. Not that Kyler's bad, but I mean, you can pick a good one either way. It's kind of tough. I think DK his ceiling's higher.
Yeah. That's a good point. I think that's an important aspect to consider when you're drafting
For best
ball or investing in rookie cards too, like who's got a higher ceiling. And he could go, I mean, that Russell Wilson's already got 1 Super Bowl,
What was I going to look up?
Almost 2. I'm on the clock, Patrick Mahomes.
DeAndre Hopkins rookie is going for like 50, 60.
I'm going RB here. Ooh, Najee Harris is still out there. Man, that O-line. But I still think with a full game workload, Ben, without dynamic and the play calling and everything there, they're going to be doing a lot of creative different plays, getting Claypool involved, Deontay Johnson, Juju Smith-Schuster. So I think Najee's still going to get his, even if it's from a receiving game, from a fantasy standpoint. The fan base is so huge there. I mean, the dude's stout, man. He's stout. He looks like he can do everything out there, So I've got confidence in him as a player for sure.
If the Chiefs lose it, I won't be hearing the end of it. If the Titans can keep Henry healthy, they'll be tough. Yeah. Definitely agree with that point. You'd like to think they can take 3 out of 4 against the Texans and Colts. They'll beat the Jaguars twice. They have a good team.
Wait, you were talking about you guys playing the Colts?
I was talking, on Carson's comment. If you're looking at the comments.
Oh, I got to get back to the comments.
He was just talking about what we kind of were with Derrick Henry staying healthy.
Oh yeah, dude. I'd love to see Chiefs versus Titans this year. Is that where you were looking up the schedule to that?
I can't look it up.
Did you just say Tennessee was going to beat us twice?
Yeah, they're going to beat us twice. As much as I hate the Titans, they always beat us twice. We can't play them there well.
It is. I mean, yeah. Tennessee's like they're like greasing the groove for the last 2 years. It's so tough to stop Derrick Henry in that run game, and that sets up perfectly for Tannehill. And AJ Brown's a yak monster.
Yeah,
Now you added Julio Jones, so if he can stay healthy, he can draw alpha coverage, and you can't cover both of them.
I hate the Titans with my life, but I still really like AJ Brown for rookie cards and fantasy.
Yeah,
But
dude, the
so
2019
good.
rookie, the guy played through like a knee injury almost all year
Mhm.
last year. It was just like a beast, man. His legs almost look the same size as Saquon Barkley's, but he's got a bigger wingspan.
Yeah, he's very strong. Definitely in the top 20, but he's not as strong as Metcalf, but he's up there.
Yeah, and Metcalf's got an incredible wingspan.
Lockett.
Let's see what you got. You went Zeke to 1.6, Calvin Ridley on the way back, Allen Robinson, Tyler Lockett. Interesting, interesting.
I'm not fully locked in. I'm struggling to keep up with everything moving on. I feel like I'm disengaged with the draft, but not my best efforts tonight.
Well, I love the honesty.
We're just focusing on drafting at the right time.
Just like yeah, taking your pick.
Yeah. What was my thoughts on MJD back in the day? That was my guy.
Oh, Maurice
I
Jones-Drew,
mean,
man.
he's got an awesome personality back then and still now when he's on the NFL Network. He just never really meshed. He meshed, but we just weren't that. We were average that year with Leftwich and Garrard, and we made the playoffs the one year, and then Garrard got hurt. Then Quinn Gray, our backup Grey Cup quarterback, lost the Patriots. MJD was sweet though. He still loves the Jaguars. Man, go rip some Chronicles
That's a
drafts and pull those.
yeah, that's a good dude. MJD is a good dude.
Don't love, yeah. Field levels. Field levels are the best. Would you say that's your favorite short print? Field level?
Oh, yeah. I like field level. Like, if we were talking over multiple years, or are we picking a specific year? Because that's the thing. I
You go
think a
either.
lot in terms of years, and so for certain years, yeah, like 2018 field level is my favorite. 2019 field level, 2020 field level is really close with me. The
You're on the
Prism
clock.
Black. Say what?
You're on the clock.
Oh, thanks, man. That was quick. Oh, Chris Godwin's still out there. I'm gonna snap. I want to get some exposure to my boy Chris Godwin. What about you?
Yeah, I like the select. I for some reason I really like the pink, the Donruss product, and the orange disco prism. They're not the most valuable, but I just like the way they look. Because no team really has orange or pink other than the Bengals. But
I got you. I got you. So you're more
that,
looking for the color match stuff.
that would be the aesthetics answer. But I mean, just anything numbered, the lower the better. Field levels are definitely highly field levels in like 2020 product. There's more printed than others, as you know, and have covered. But 2020 is good. 2019 and under, field levels are even more valuable and probably are my favorites.
Yeah, dude. Have you so the one card that I think is really cool is the Cosmics. I know you were talking about the Zebras earlier. Would you if equivalent price and everything, would you get a Zebra over a Cosmic or a Dragon Scale? Dragon Scale is another one.
Dragon scales are cool.
Especially for the Eagles players. Those are sick.
Dang, keep running out of time. Field levels have been nice. I have a Trey Lance right now on eBay for sale. Nice. I don't know how to answer that question. I'd probably just pick the cheapest one. I do like the Zebra because it's white and black and a higher contrast with a low number. Unique look to the card. Filthy collectors up. How many cards do you have right now up here graded X?
At them, I'm about to send them 25. I actually have. I already purchased the submission, but I haven't sent them yet. So that's my next. That's one of the next 1 or 2 videos that I'm doing. So my next 2 videos are going to be the submission, the cards that I'm picking to submit, and then the other one will be all about 2021 product. You know, I did a video last year that was really popular, really well received. I get that question a lot, you know, people wanting to invest in Zach Wilson, Trey Lance,
Right.
Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, all these guys, but they're not sure of what to do with all the cards that are out now and the cards that are coming out. So I make a refresher video. And sometimes I just stumble upon this stuff. I have like a idea in my head for how the video is going to start, and then I have no clue how it's going to end. But I know how it's going to start, and so I do the intro and then just wing the rest of it.
Yeah, I just kind of start talking and see what happens.
Yeah,
I always write like outlines and try to have all the tabs up that I want to record and kind of see how it goes from there.
Yeah, there you go. Your videos are pretty short and to the point.
Yeah, I try to wrap them up as quick as I can. They get better each time. I'm not great at this, but I'm getting better, and it's just about practice. I'm going to buy some cards before the season. What do you think about Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb?
Ooh.
It's a great question.
Who is that? Jake TV?
Jake
What's
TV.
up, Jake TV, man? That's a good dude, man. He always pops in our live streams late night. Dude, Jonathan Taylor, that's an interesting one. I think he's going to be heavily involved, though. They've got a lead offensive line in Indianapolis, and now you're looking at a situation of Jacob Eason or Sam Ellinger. Either one of these guys are very inexperienced quarterbacks. They're going to definitely want to lean on the run. We know he's going to be in a committee with Nyheim Hines and Marlon Mack, but I would still not let that sway you because he's built like Adrian Peterson, and the guy's an incredible athlete, and he's the type of guy that could have a Hall of Fame career given the right offensive scenario, good offensive line and stuff. So, and now he did have a rough start the last season. There was a lot of like times where he was literally running into the back of his offensive lineman, not being able to have that vision of making those cuts and getting downfield. But when he did break out, like it was like after like week 10 or something like that last year, he really was like the top 10 RB for the rest of the season. So from that perspective, I think he's a good investment. CeeDee Lamb is probably your best. Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb are both the top 2 2020 rookie wide receivers to invest in. Wouldn't you say, Luke?
I would agree, especially with the other injuries in Dallas right now. CeeDee Lamb's, you might have missed it on CeeDee because he's been trending up lately, but I think he's gonna have a great year.
Yeah, and see the thing is with when it comes to football cards, CD's on the most popular team in the
Yeah.
NFL, America's team since 1979, Dallas Cowboys, They arguably have the biggest fan base of any team next to, like New England and Pittsburgh and stuff. So I'd say you cannot go wrong investing in a guy that's best comparable player is Jerry Rice on paper. That's CeeDee Lamb, you know? in Dallas. And with question marks around Amari Cooper's health, Michael Gallup, I mean, yeah, he's young, he's good, he's there, but he plays a lot on the outside. And CeeDee Lamb is a guy that can be moved around the field. He's an X factor. We've also seen him make incredible, crazy, like horizontal diving catches last year that you're just like, oh, that's like, it's an Odell Beckham esque type catch, that could really just set the hobby on fire. So, and Justin Jefferson, now he's got some health concerns right now too. But that's a guy that's got incredible hands that can make some crazy plays. And Kirk Cousins
He's
is going to be
super
lighting
good.
him up all season long. If he's on the field, he's going to be in 100% of their pass plays, and Kirk Cousins is going to be targeting him like 80-90% of the time. He gets great separation with the defensive back, and he's got incredible hands, route running ability. So
Justin Jefferson, super good.
yeah,
Thielen helps him a ton.
yeah. I mean, yeah, Carter was on Carter. I should have listened to Carter before last year. He was trying to get me on to Justin Jefferson, and I wasn't sold on him because of the Minnesota offense, and I didn't follow LSU football. And then I go watch Justin Jefferson break out.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I'm curious on Minnesota because they had so much garbage time touchdowns last year, and Adam Thielen was like a top 20 fantasy receiver when he really wasn't. But I'm curious to see how they play this year. They have their defense back. A lot of them opted out last year.
Adam Thielen's a stud, dude.
I
He's
know.
probably gonna get his again this year, man. That dude's a tough MFer. I'll tell you what.
I think so too. The amount of touchdowns he scored in the fourth quarter is the only thing that concerns me, but he's incredibly skilled.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Matt. You're probably going to pay up for Justin Jefferson. I think you're going to pay up just as much for CeeDee Lamb right now too. They're two guys that have definitely taken off above the rest. Excuse me, of the 2020, wide receivers. I'd say that man, Brandon Ayuk would be up there if it weren't for Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, maybe Jimmy G's a better scenario for him because we saw how well he played last year with an immobile quarterback. But they got Debo Samuel coming back. They got potentially competition between Jimmy G and Trey Lance, and that's heating up. So he's kind of tough to invest in. There's not a clear path for him right now. Um, Michael Pittman Jr., we were all excited about him, and maybe he still breaks out with Jacob Eason because Jacob Eason's got a cannon for an arm, and maybe he turns into the next Josh Allen. Who knows? Maybe with coaching. Frank Reich, by the way, I got it right this time. Let me see who I'm drafting right.
Back to the CD Lamb, those rookie cards are going from the last two sales were at $13 and $15. They've gone up a little bit after the news.
Ooh, I'm taking Tom Brady. I don't know where I'm at, but Tom Brady just fell to me. No matter where I'm at and you draft Tom Brady, you always get him at value in fantasy drafts or in the real draft. I feel like you could probably buy his rookie card right now and it's at value. That's a safe investment. Would you say that's a safest investment that you can make?
Yeah, probably. If you're going to hold it for 5+ years. You can put any context around it, but it's going to take a little longer to go up. I don't like this pick, but I'm going to do it. because the contenders auto just went up a ton. A lot of people are getting those graded. You see videos of people cracking slabs and then sending them to BGS to get reslabbed in 9.5s. And there's the contenders, and then there's the Bowman rookie card of Brady too. So it's an interesting time to have a rookie card.
You're right. There's the contenders. There's the Bowman. I've got the Impact. There's the Upper Deck Victory. I think that's another iconic one as well. Matt's actually got that one. You know, another 2020 rookie that I didn't mention that is an absolute stud is Jerry Jeudy. And man, with the right quarterback, his stock would go through the roof. His rookie cards would definitely go up because he had one of the highest unrealized air yards. So the entire amount of targeted pass attempts, including all uncaught targets. He had the highest amount of unrealized air yards last year.
Trying to find my red cracked ice Jeudy card.
You got some Judys?
I only have one. Where is it? I can't find it.
What about T. Higgins? T. Higgins, another 2020 guy. I mean, dude, Chase Claypool.
Yeah, Claypool. I have some blue. I don't know if they're blue shocks or purple shocks, but it's that parallel.
Have you bought any Darnell Mooney?
I have not. I've bid on some. After you bought them, but I haven't won.
Another 2020. Jake, if you're still out there, dude, do yourself a favor. Go search 2020 Select Premier Silver Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney was not printed in the field level, all right, because he was probably drafted in the 5th or 6th round. He's buried on the depth chart in Chicago last year, plus the quarterback situation was not optimal. Still not optimal, but we're hoping to get there. We're hoping to see Fields on the field this year.
Yep.
You know, hashtag Fields on the field 2021. And when that happens, Darnell Mooney and Allen Robinson rookie cards are going to go up. Like before they even play a game. Like that Tuesday when they release news that Justin Fields is playing that next Sunday, it's on.
I'm going to drop that eBay search in the chat.
Raven's like, I got to draft Justin Fields. I got to get him.
Mooney's cards are going for a lot right now. Wow.
Give me some Ronald Jones.
Darnell Mooney, neon green premier level out of 49, $45. Zebra, 1 for 55.
Ooh, $55?
Yep.
I mean, the Zebra is like a case hit, right?
80%. I've never opened a case. I think so.
I think a Zebra is close to a case. Yeah. Thank you, Jason. What's up, man? Well, I like that Bills Mafia logo there. Yeah, dude. Mooney does have a sick Prism Black Silver. I've got a Prism Black Silver. I've got a Premier Silver. Those are two, I think, his best short print silver cards from 2020. Yeah, plus Anthony Miller was traded to the Houston Texans. Insert Darnell Mooney. Plus there's the viral juke that I forgot to put in my video, but Josh wrote it up for me. And go check it out. It's sick. Darnell Mooney's a player. He's a baller.
The Mooney Prism Black one for $7 today.
Oh, man, that's a good deal.
Scoop those up. Send them a pure graded X.
Yeah, man. You can't beat it. $12 a card with a slab that's going to look that good with a 30-day turnaround.
Do you then resell those or do you just keep them?
Well, all of them to this point have all been items from my personal collection. But I absolutely, this next batch of 25 that I'm sending in Monday, they're all, Miko Hardman, Kansas City. Say no more. I'll take it. They're all going to be modern and ultra modern investment pieces. I've got a variety, everything from, I think the oldest card I'm going to send in is 2012. Oh no, the oldest card I'm going to send in is is my 2005 Bowman Chrome autographed. Can you guess who it is?
Austin Matthews.
No. It's a quarterback.
Oh, you said Bowman Chrome. Sorry, I was half listening. My sister texted me and it popped up on the screen. Tom Brady, obviously.
No. It's a rookie card. I should specify 2005 Bowman Chrome autographed rookie card.
I have no idea. Byron Leftwich.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. You were talking about that guy. I should have known that.
Hell yeah, buddy. So this card, in comparison, this card looks great too. I can't wait to look a second eye on it. I'm not even taking a chance of putting in no damn card saver 2.
No.
We're gonna just we're gonna ship it straight to Pure Graded X the way it is because I think it's in really good shape. And this is I got this card for $50, dude. And this card in comparison, the Aaron Rodgers, this is also Aaron Rodgers rookie year. That card is $1,000 plus. I mean, that's like a $5,000 card for Aaron Rodgers.
The last time I went home, I found that Aaron Rodgers top space, and it was just all bent up.
Oh man!
I ended up selling it for like 50, and I had to put it in the eBay description. Like, this is in really bad shape. Please look at the corners. It's in very bad shape. It wouldn't grade probably at an 8, and I just was trying to move it because I couldn't grade it or anything. But it is what it is. Didn't know any better.
That's hilarious, dude. Well, I mean, not hilarious, but it's funny, but not funny. You know?
No, it's funny. It's hard to get mad at.
I found a box of basketball cards. You know, when I first got in, Brad's telling me basketball cards are going to be worth the most. You know, have the most appeal right off the bat. It was the whole Last Dance craze. I found a box of early '90s basketball cards that was like a members box from Top Stadium Club, and it would have been around like Shaq's rookie year, and it was all full of black mold. My dad had put it inside like a hat that was sweaty that was put into a Tupperware container for years and years and years with these cards, and the cards created mold, and it was terrible, man. But it's just as much my fault as it was his, and stuff like that happens, and I'd throw some stuff away, but still have some really, really cool stuff. And yeah, man, I sniped Raven. I sniped him on the way. I know who did I snipe from him?
Miko? Scratch Prism for $1.
Well, you got Rashad Bateman. You should be happy.
Oh, Bateman's an all-star.
I need a tight end. Yeah, Bateman's an all-star, dude. I feel like Tanyan should be. Tanyan was racking up some touchdowns last year, wasn't he? With Rodgers, I remember there was a little period there where Tanyan was getting hyped up big time, bro.
He had some really good games.
Dude, check that out. I mean, he had 59 targets last year, turned into 586 yards and 11 touchdowns. I mean, that's tight end 11.
Yeah,
that's solid, dude. I think his ADP should go up now that Rodgers is going to play. Like, he's just lagging behind Devontae and Alan Lazard and MVS.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to run the ball more this year. I mean, I'm assuming nothing will change, but Tanyan is a great pickup.
Oh, I'm back on the clock. Irv Smith is another one I like too. I might as well go ahead and double stack my tight ends. I like this Irv Smith pick I'm looking at right here. I'm about to jump on this. Let me see who we got. I like Devontae Parker too. He was really consistent. Leonard Fournette. No, I gotta take Leonard Fournette.
Hey.
Did I get him? Oh, I think I
Oh,
missed my pick.
Devontae Parker.
That's not terrible, but now I'm gonna get sniped all day, no doubt. There's no way that Leonard Fournette's gonna fall back to me. Dang, I was gonna handcuff. That would have been a perfect play for me with Tom Brady. With didn't I? Yeah, I got Chris Godwin too. I'm basically building like a buck stack with Derrick Henry and Najee Harris, DK Metcalf, Cooper Cup. I would have had Chris Godwin, and then I got Claypool, Kenny Galladay, Cortland Sutton, Tom Brady. I would have been able to stack that whole Buccaneer stack besides Evans, Gronk, and Antonio Brown, which I may still maybe they'll still fall to me.
Harbin's looking really good, and he finally doesn't auto and he snipes me. Love how Higgins plays. Is handcuffing the play in best ball? Is this the first year for this? Would delegate that question to
Yeah,
you.
it's not the first year for best ball. It's the first year for me doing best ball. Best ball has been around for a couple years, but handcuffing is an absolutely great play. You want to do it because um, you there's no waiver wire, there's no trades, there's no roster swaps, so and you don't have to worry about who's on the bench and who's on the starting roster. They're going to automatically optimize that for you. So, yes, handcuffing is the play. Like you want to hedge your bets in this in terms of upside. If you've got a team, there you go, Bat Max. Love you, bro. But you stole my guy, damn it. Yeah, messing with it. But yeah, handcuffing's a good play in basketball. It's a good strategy. You want to stack handcuff, stack.
Yeah, like the ESPN had some sort of article like a month ago, like the best tight end or having a top 4 tight end has won 60 something percent of fantasy leagues in the last X amount of years. But it's just wild on these drafts and pick my favorite players. Yeah. It is more fun when your favorite players score touchdowns and it helps the team and your fantasy team.
Yeah. I don't know if you do this, but I do this. Like if I'm playing against another fantasy team and they've got Buccaneers players.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather see them beat me and the Buccaneers win. This is
Oh
what
yeah.
I'm thinking in my head. I get a little superstitious. I know it might sound a little crazy, but I think in my head, all right, it's cool. I'm rooting for, you know, I'm still rooting for Mike Evans to go off, even though that guy's got him on his fantasy roster, because I would rather see the Bucks win than me win in fantasy.
Yep. Oh, I would rather have my team win than my fantasy team win any week. It's really, 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 really hard to separate team from fantasy team. But you got to do it.
Yeah, you got to do it, because then you can never be truly happy about the outcome either way.
Stacking is great until the bye week. Well, yes and no. I mean, you could stack everyone in week 7, and then you could just lose week 7 if you have multiple stacks, and then move on for the rest of the year. It's risky depending on how many stacks you have, Jackson.
Yeah, the bye week. That's true. The bye week. Well, that's why there's 18 rounds, right? So
Yeah.
you make sure that you just don't stack on two teams that have bye week on the same week.
Yeah, you can really stack in best ball and in just regular. Just throw.
Well, I think it's smart. Yeah, you look at the strength of schedule, and then you look at the difficulty of the division. You look at how their defense is playing, and how often that team is likely to be put in a negative game script scenario, and then look at their coaching. You know how often are they calling pass plays to run plays? Is it a creative coaching style? Do they know how to scheme guys into space and make plays happen? And then do they have the players to execute it And when you look at franchises that kind of fit that bill, like that's why I love the Dallas Cowboys. I love the Philadelphia Eagles. I love the Rams. I love the Vikings. I love those are the kind of teams that I think are going to be put in that a lot, this year. And even guys like Tampa Bay, I think we're going to be put in some shootout scenarios, even though we've got the defense that has the capability to get to the quarterback in point 0.5 seconds. And I just got auto picked it, picked it. All right, I'm cut off.
I
I got
tried to.
auto picked. I'm cut off.
Maybe you
It
didn't
was
hear me in the middle of it. I was trying to tell you. You're just too focused.
damn.
Bortles to
What was
Robinson,
I saying?
Williams. You were talking about Tampa Bay and being in some shootouts, strength of schedule, game scripts, coaching,
Yeah.
and wanting to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
aggressive. And like the Eagles, there was a comment. Filthy Collector said the Eagles have 3.5 usable players. I would disagree because they have the easiest schedule by far in the NFC East or NFC least, whatever you want to say. I think you could sneak a ton of guys in from the Eagles, but it's all about who's going to be in games, winning games, ahead, aggression. I know Doug Peterson's not their coach, but he was great to have in fantasy because he's super aggressive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They might get an extra drive, stuff like that.
Yep. I think they're in the situation where they're gonna go for it on fourth. They're in those situations.
Kelsey killing Mahomes.
They're gonna be trying to push it. They're gonna be trying to push it. I want to like the Cardinals more. But I'm not a Cliff Kingsbury fan.
I kind of feel he doesn't breathe like he doesn't look like the football coach. He doesn't have that look to him.
I have not seen the Sean McVay, Andy Reid, Bruce Arians type of confidence out of Cliff Kingsbury. He always looks concerned and worried, and like he doesn't know exactly what he's doing.
Pull up that picture of him from draft night, sitting in like his mansion, just like looking at the screen. He doesn't look like he breathes football. I mean, I'm sure he does, but he doesn't. He's not like macho. He's just a different type of coach. I think he's brilliant, but Kyler Murray's good, but I agree with you. Like McVay and the Rams, they'll trade whatever picks for any player. Just they want to win. They want to win now. That may help them. They may hurt them. I don't know if there's any Rams fans in here. I'd like to know your opinion. But it's an interesting team.
The Rams?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, if Matt Stafford can stay healthy, I think the Rams are going to have a powerhouse.
I do too.
Yeah. Powerhouse.
Really like the over, like betting the over of wins for them.
They're in such an interesting division too, man. It's pretty crazy. To think Matt Stafford could potentially unlock pieces of this offense that we've never seen before in the Sean McVay offense.
Yeah. It's always weird for them too because I feel like Woods and Kupp get hurt for a couple of weeks each year, and they lost Cooks, but that they didn't really drop off when they lost him. And I'd love to see everyone healthy on that team for the whole year, but that's probably not going to happen. But they're very fun to watch on the West Coast too. They always get that nice 3:00 slot.
Yeah, and I mean in that division, man, the NFC West, they're playing the Seattle Seahawks twice, they're playing the Cardinals twice, they're playing the 49ers twice. So it's like I got auto picked again. Dang. Jacoby Myers. I have too much exposure to Jacoby Myers. That's not good. I don't think that's a good thing at all. But at least I picked him up in round 16. If Mac Jones takes the field for the Patriots, that would be huge. I mean, that
Jackson
would be big.
wants us to talk about the Chargers. What do you think about the Chargers and Justin Herbert, the team and rookie card?
Well, you know, so they made big improvements in the offensive line through the draft, and then they picked up the coach from the Rams, Brandon Staley. And so Brandon Staley is going to be the head coach this year of the Chargers. So that combination should really ramp up the offense. I mean, uh, I'm super excited. That's why I've been investing in Keenan Allen,
Yeah.
and I'm super excited. I mean, Justin Herbert's got one of the most beautiful. He's got a Russell Wilson like deep ball. I mean, his deep ball looks so good, and he's fairly mobile, man. I think if he can take big steps forward in his game management skills and decision making, so cut down on some of those turnovers he made last year, dude.
And like,
So, and you
like
know that the Chargers have Joey Bosa. They've
yeah.
got a really well-rounded defense. So, I like their chances to make a good run this year as well in the playoffs.
Yeah, and they moved up from 18 to they moved from 24 to 18 on the offensive line, as you mentioned. They definitely got better in that aspect. Eckler, what was I going to say? Keenan Allen has pretty much had a good year every single year. He's not the most athletic receiver, but he's pretty much unguardable with route running and his strength, catching ability. And there's not a lot of rookie cards in that year. I think it's the Topps Chrome is the one for him.
Keenan Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, 2013, so that's a first year
Yeah.
select. The Prism, I'm not a big fan of that year, but I think if you're not going for the first year select, I would go for the Chrome, Topps Chrome. And I just picked up an X Fractor Topps Chrome Keenan Allen for like $27. And I love that card, dude. Love
Blue
that card.
refractor.
X Fractor.
Oh,
X Fractor, so it's got like all the little got all the little squares
checkered.
in it. Yeah.
I had
Cute
typed it
little
on eBay. I was
perspective.
reading it off. A 2013 Topps Chrome Blue Refractor, 44 out of 50 autograph, just went for $100 today.
Ooh. Last round, everybody.
SGC Platinum Orange Refractor, Keenan Allen, SGC 9, $15. SGC is interesting. Whenever I've graded with him once, auctions don't do well, but Buy It Now does better. It just takes longer. There's not a big appetite for SGC cards yet.
Yeah, I think they're big in vintage,
Yep.
but I don't know. I've heard a couple reports that the plastic was cheap. I don't know that for. I haven't actually ever had an SGC slab in my hands, so that's my next goal is to get an SGC slab or send a card to them and get graded because I know their prices aren't bad, their turnaround times aren't bad, and I'm just doing it for experimentation because I really honestly believe in the product that Pure Graded X is putting out, and
Yeah.
how it complements the card, the value that they're generating right now in the hobby is incredible. So I'm totally fine and feel confident in sending my cards to them, but I do want to give SGC a little run because they're the closest ones to PSA and BGS in terms of size. You know, they've
Mm-hmm.
got such a good standing in vintage.
They do, and love or hate the Sports Card Investor channel, the behind the scenes tour YouTube video that they did with SGC at their property, I think really benefited them. SGC, the grading company.
Yeah, that's
But
right. They highlighted them.
yeah,
I just got the best pick of the entire draft. I just want everybody to know I drafted Ryan Fitzpatrick in the 18th round, and I'll be taking everybody's money this year in this 10-man league. Sorry, guys. Had to do it. Had to do it.
free donation.
Had to do it.
Not one Bronco, not one Bronco rookie in 15 hangers. Raven, I'm sorry. Retail.
Oh, poor Raven.
I haven't found any retail lately. I check once a week at Walmart.
So
Keenan
I'm
Allen.
gonna sign us off in a couple minutes here, fellers. But I want Luke to give me a bold prediction first. First, before Luke, before you give us your bold prediction for this year, guys, make sure you go to Cards with Luke on YouTube and subscribe to his channel. He's all over the market movers. He's all over the card ladder, the alt. He's I mean, dude, the dude is on the cutting edge, and he's spitting out the strategy like multiple times a week, right, Luke?
I try to do 1 to 2 a week. The goal is 3. I haven't hit that yet, but working towards that. I don't think I'm as knowledgeable as you, but I try to learn as much about the marketplaces, way to sell stuff, and ways to make it easy. Just to buy, sell, and trade is my goal, as well as buying rookie cards of skill position players.
Nice. I dig it, man. I dig it. So that alone, though, and like you said, you're getting better, man. You're going. You know, you're going. So
Yeah,
that alone, that's why I support you. I like your energy and your enthusiasm in your videos, and
appreciate that.
I like the delivery, and I like the information that you're putting out, man. So that's how you got my subscription,
Thank you so much. And
and you support the quest over here. So it's a mutual love. You know what I'm saying, brother?
I appreciate it. Thanks for everyone for subscribing and having me on here. Never done something like this, and had a lot of fun for the last couple of hours. And thank you so much for tuning in.
So before you get out of here,
Yeah.
though, what's your bold
Bold
prediction? Give me a bold prediction.
Bold prediction. I think Trey Lance is going to have a really good year. Debo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk are going to trend upwards astronomically. It is the bet that I'm willing to make. For rookie card wise, I'm more invested in J.K. Dobbins than any other player. I think he's going to get a lot of goal line touches with Mark Ingram leaving. Could be wrong on that one, but that's my biggest bet running back wise. But I'm very bullish on the 49ers and the card market and as a team, probably more than any other. Also, Gardner Minshew right now, I think he's going to get traded. I have a ton of his rookie cards at around $11. PSA 9s, PSA 10s around $20. I'm stocking up on those ready to flip when he does get moved because he's a viable option for a ton of different teams. But that would be my 3 picks, the Niners, Dobbins, and Gardner Minshew rookies.
Nice, man. I dig it, man. That's some good predictions. I like it, Luke. I appreciate you, man, for joining the broadcast booth tonight. I had some fun. Man. I learned some stuff too. I learned about alt. I'm gonna be digging into alt. Um, man, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, you guys. I will be seeing you guys in that next video. Most likely Monday. So when's your next video coming out, Luke?
Hopefully tomorrow. It's a
Nice.
video. It's my instant reactions on Only Alt, as we were speaking on that earlier. So I'm just editing it now.
Oh, shoot, dude. Well, I'm going to be checking that out tomorrow for sure, because I'll probably be looking at that. I mean, 1.5 seller fees and that stuff you were telling me. So really cool. Awesome, man. All right, yeah, y'all check it out, and I will see you guys in that next one. Peace.